everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hijinks Handlebars.
Woo!
An actual Play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream with QueueTimes.
Sure is woo!
No, we did the woo early.
You do it early.
We've started doing 2 woos now.
Oh, we're up to 2.
It's funny because I rewatched our whole conversation about when we do the woo, and we were like, made it very clear. It's like Hijinks Handlebars, a QueueTimes, but we consistently do it after Hijinks Handlebars. Woo!
I started doing it to throw William off, and then now I do it because we talk about it every time. I think that's really funny.
You're right.
So that's what we are.
Okay, well, great. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time watching an episode, hello. We will not be live in the chat, but we will check the chat out later. So anything you say, just so you know, it will be read by us. But this week, someone from QueueTimes will not be in the chat, I don't think.
But other people will be.
Yeah,
say hello.
Other people might and will be, and say hello to them. Nightbot is always there.
Nightbot will be there to provide no human interaction.
Yeah. Nightbot is a trusted companion, though.
Yes.
Their steadfastness is just... It's reassuring to know Nightbot is there to tell me to do things.
Agreed.
I
And
also
do them.
agree.
Listen to Nightbot. We must.
Yeah, but again, if this is your first episode, then if you enjoy this, because this is this is going to be the beginning of Arc 3. Beginning of Arc 3. So we've had 2 other arcs before this, and those are all available on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. So check that out. They're in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. And that's literally every episode that we've done up until now. So
Which is like 90 episodes.
No,
So many episodes.
It's not that many episodes. So
It will be.
It's not that many episodes.
It's
so
like 19.
if that amount would scare you away.
No, it's actually not 90. I'm just being a kidder. I'm being a kidder.
Yes,
on
being a
bike.
kidder.
And
Kidder on bike.
two cast chats, one of which we did last week,
Yeah.
which
we can go today.
was really cool.
And if you were in on that, hey, thanks. That was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
thank
really-
you.
It was really great getting to talk to them.
If you have questions at the end of this arc, we will be probably doing another cast chat. So
I know
save
I
them.
will be at least.
Yeah, Jonas will do it by himself.
Yeah, I'm prepared for that inevitability. I've been pushing you all away, so.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to host it in their apartment.
Yeah, we need a new location. We can't do it in the same place twice. So big thanks to Hunters Entertainment here at the top for giving me these dice that have skulls on them.
Ooh,
Nice.
spooky.
And these skulls that have dice on
And
them.
this backpack that says Kids on Bikes, and hopefully that won't fall. And then, and also for publishing Kids on Bikes, it's a really great system. It's a lot of fun. Check it out if you haven't heard of it before. And then also a big thank you to QueueTimes, of course, Indigo and Krug especially, for putting up with a new audio thing I wanted to do today. Yeah, that was very fun to set up, and Krug and I had a good time together, and neither of us were irritated. And then also a big thank you to Tana Mato for our overlay image, and also some promotional images we've done, like our banner image at the beginning, the coming soon, which was animated by Krug. So thanks to them and all that they do. You can follow them on Twitter and Instagram, and find them on YouTube. It's all Tanamato, so that would be at TANIMAYTO. Great. Cool. Excellent, in fact. I've been told, wait, this just in? Gnarly.
Tubular.
Good word.
No tubular, and you're off the stream now. I'm very excited for today.
Me too.
But before we get moving, we do have to say what happened sort of last time on Hijinks and Handlebars.
Boom-a-da-boom.
Yeah. Oh, we also
need to say who we are.
We also need to say who we are.
Boom-a-da-boom.
Okay, great. So we'll start there. I am William, they, them, and I am the GM for Hijinks and Handlebars.
I am Jonas, he, him, playing the 13-year-old badass Derry Nazari, also he, him.
I am Sam Richardson, playing Teddy Tedward Tank Thompson, 13-year-old high school student who is dead. Super big spoiler, by the way, so I hope this is not the first episode you're watching, because then that's super spoilery.
I'm going to bring it up again.
I mean, technically it was already true then,
Yeah.
so like...
I mean,
it's always been true.
It's not really
totally
spoilers
were
if it
not
already
going to
happened.
discuss
It
that
happened
at
before
all.
the film started.
So
Anyway.
yeah, this is new dead Teddy kind of rolling up on the town, and he's ready to just be a nice guy.
Is Ted a deadhead?
I need to say more things
Franny?
about Derry, because, well, no,
Oh,
you
no,
took so
not
long.
yet.
Hold on, I need to...
Not this
Derry's also
Wait, no.
Nazari.
Wait, we need to wait for like 7 more minutes before
Yeah.
Franny.
We're both
We
he, him.
just need to make sure we all take the same amount of time. So like dairy, dairy, so strong.
Please, Franny, go. Please.
Well,
please save us. Please.
Help.
I'm Franny, playing Gertie Fox, who's very much alive. She's 14, going on some other age, and the big sister to...
So going on some other age, 14, going on 28. You know, I just skipped a few years.
I mean, Frankie does that all the time. So.
Okay,
She, her.
Spencer LaBelle playing Frankie Fox. He, him.
Great. So last time on Hijinks Handlebars,
Boom, boom, boom.
it was our second arc finale, and we started at the window of a house owned by pedestrians. Dr. A. Pedestrian, Arthur Pedestrian, his home, in fact. And inside, Frankie, our small wild child, was encountering Little Pete, a known collaborator with some bullies.
I think it was Billy affiliate.
He's a bully.
Yeah,
himself.
a bully affiliate.
He's a bully.
He's
He's
a bully.
just
He's
a bully.
also just a bully. We started there with Little Pete saying, like, hey, I don't want people to know that I'm up here, and I can't believe that you know I'm up here. Time to get pushed out the window. So Little Pete used powers to push Frankie out the window, and Frankie held fast, but then with a second push was then knocked out the window and was grasping on the edge of it. Teddy and Derry and their friend Declan were at the front door confronting the other bullies, Big Rob, Dake Marin, and Jordan Willows. They were all in costume, as it were Halloween, and they heard the ruckus upstairs, and immediately Dake, Jordan, and Rob got into sort of seeming attack positions. So Teddy, Derry, and Declan decided to make a run for it, but as they did, Teddy got brought into the shadow place.
Oh no!
And Declan and Derry didn't exactly get like super far immediately before like a rabid wolf came around the corner, and Jordan Willows started transforming into an actual werewolf and started chasing them down. And they did a big run. I believe you had to carry Declan because Declan passed out. Like he fainted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just started running. And then Gertie and Harini were coming back from their sort of duet of trick-or-treating while the others were staking out the pedestrian home. And on their way back, they ran into Derry being chased by all that they could see was a werewolf, but Derry also saw the rabid wolf behind him. And so Harini started running away, scared of the werewolf, but Gertie knew that she had to go and save Frankie, so she passed by them, kept running towards the house, ended up in the back of the house where Frankie was hanging on the edge of a window, and Little Pete came up to push him off, and Gertie wanted him to drop down so she could catch him, but he was like, sorry, can't do it, climbed back into the window, attempted to attack Little Pete again, and Little Pete jumped out the window with Frankie, and both of them hit the ground. Luckily, even though Gertie couldn't manage to catch them, Frankie's monkey suit had a spring in the back of it that stopped their fall. Then everybody pretty much just had a big fight with the bullies. Gertie and Frankie were taking a Little Pete for a little while, using BB's powers to help kind of even the playing field, since Little Pete seemed to have several powers that he could have access to. Big Rob came around the corner and started attacking them as well, but they again used BB's powers to get themselves out of that situation. As that was happening, Derry led Jordan Willows into a bush where Teddy's bike had been, and he got wrapped up in that bush. And Derry went back with Harini and Declan, carrying Declan to help save Gertie and Frankie. As Gertie and Frankie were making their way away, Big Rob was able to stop them, and then they saw Derry and Harini off and Declan off in the distance, and saw that they were on fire because of some reason, like, they were fooled into thinking that they were on fire and dying and being charred to a crisp, but Derry and Declan and Harini were not, in fact, and were like, what's going on? So after some pretty like tense moments of Gertie having her leg like grabbed and being lifted upside down and crushed a little bit, and Frankie not being able to get her free, and like BB being thrown around, and Derry showing up and trying to attack Big Rob with a cane and that being busted, and then having his ribs broken, and there was just a lot of trying and not seeming to get anywhere. It seemed like a completely dire situation, and then Teddy in the shadow place saw the eyes that he'd seen before that were seemingly familiar, but he couldn't make out what they were. Then he saw Andelin's eyes, his sister's eyes again, asked if she was real, and she winked. And then saw BB's eyes and exited the shadow place, glowing with a speed unknown to anyone on Earth, and grabbed Derry and Frankie and BB and ran into the woods as Gertie had kind of like gone under after being like manipulated with some sort of hypnosis by Lil Pete. They ended up in the woods. Gertie, Declan, and Harini ended up in Declan's treehouse, and they all decided that they needed to like converge at a point. So, Gertie, Declan, and them had decided that. So they got on Declan's moped. They went out in the woods, and out in the woods, Teddy decided to bury Derry and Frankie to hide them because the bullies were still on their tail. The bullies did show up and started looking for them. Couldn't find them buried underneath the ground. They were right next to the chest that had been found previously. And Teddy was up in a tree, and they found Teddy. And they were trying to get Teddy to come down from the tree by Big Rob coming up and punching a tree until it like broke and like destroyed it and it fell over, possibly hurting or killing Teddy. But instead of that, Little Pete went over and tried to manipulate Teddy out of the tree with his powers that we had seen before work on Gertie. And Teddy was able to make it through that, but then decided that he was going to get out of the tree by grabbing a sharp branch and dropping down to the ground like 25, 30 feet and plunging it directly into Little Pete.
It's like a Link down A.
I'm so glad you repeated that.
Yeah.
Amidst the chaos, at a point like right before that, Gertie had tried to use telepathy to contact Teddy and the group, and unfortunately it worked. And I say unfortunately because BB gets very worn down or overheats from her power usage, and it had been known to everyone but Gertie that one more use of her powers would be a bad thing. Mm-hmm. And so BB started to glow and went limp and was very hot. And as all of them made their run to the party, as Teddy plunged the stick into Little Pete and then got up and yelled "party" and started to run.
Which is so on brand for Mom Strength, and I really appreciate that.
Derry and Frankie and Gertie and Declan and Harini all made their way to the party as BB was glowing so bright that she basically made the woods day. They made it back to the party. BB had stopped glowing. They went to find all of their parents. They convinced Michael to listen to what was going on. Michael is one of Teddy's dads. The Fox kids found Marcus and Phoebe, and they were dressed as Han Solo and Chewbacca, and got them in on exactly what was going on and how the bullies were going to come and do some bad things, or at least they thought. And everybody was collected in a single room. And while they were there, they showed Michael all of the videos that Harini had been taking of the night and the unbelievable things that had happened. And after seeing that, Michael finally decided that it was time for them to tell everybody what was really going on from their perspective. So they sat everyone down, and Michael went on to tell the story of how Teddy had actually died when he was a baby. And they buried him in the woods, and the next morning they woke up to hearing him crying. And they dug him back out, and he was fine, and he had been fine since that day. And the episode ended with everybody hugging and saying, I love you, and spending their time up in Teddy's room in the Thompson household as the party died down below them and everybody left for the night. This Halloween night that we finally made it to.
Hello when? Hello now.
And the last thing we saw were the empty streets of Bald, people going home, stumbling, kids no longer trick-or-treating.
I don't know why they're stumbling.
We went out into the woods, past the chest, a mere 20 feet further, and saw empty mounds in a wide open field. And I said that you wouldn't know what that was until you woke up the next morning.
Can I do that?
It is not the next morning.
I'm not waking up.
It is a couple days after Derry was beaten up in school by the bullies. And little Pete kicks a rock into the river that his bike was once found in, and is walking along the shore angstily. He feels wronged. He feels like justice hasn't been served, like he's been disrespected. And he continues forward and walks into the woods. He doesn't spend a lot of time there, so this isn't an area that he's super familiar with. But as he's going along, he picks up a stick and whacks it against a tree, and he picks up some leaves and starts tearing them apart as he's walking. And then he comes across an area that he's familiar with. And he remembers looking up in a tree and seeing Frankie Fox almost completely naked, holding an axe and covered in pea clay. And he kind of smiles at it for a second, because that's sort of where he started in this journey that led him to being expelled from school. The only people that seem to understand him are his friends. He had a conversation with his dad, Arthur Pedestrian, that was less than understanding. And so that's why he's here. And he sits down on a log at this campsite and picks up some rocks and just throws them at the ground, picks up some more rocks and throws them at the ground, and picks up a rock. And when he does so, something underneath it moves. And he's not used to being out here, so he hasn't seen a lot of animals. So it freaks him out. And he stumbles back off of the log he's sitting on. And then he looks back at it, and he grabs a stick from the side. And he starts reaching the stick out to this area of the ground that moved, thinking it might be a gopher or, like, heaven forbid, a snake or something.
Crow.
A crow, maybe.
A beagle.
And as he goes to poke it, a tiny hand reaches out and grabs the stick. And he leaps backwards, dropping the stick completely, and hides behind the log with only his eyes out, peering at what is in the ground. And we see little Pete. And then we move to his point of view as a tiny crotum digs itself out of the ground. You all got pretty beat up last night. And when your adrenaline wore off, you realized you got beat up a little bit more than you thought you had originally.
Give it to me.
Yep. Tell us what's...
After a solid night of holding each other and icing BB and feeling the chilling calm after your altercation with the bullies, some of your injuries are just bad. Dr. Pedestrian was found cold out on the couch downstairs. But luckily, Nurse Carlos had called in an out-of-town doctor to take care of an emergency from that same night. Carlos assured you'll be in good hands. But not before you all noticed a spot of dry blood he must have missed on the back of his left arm as he exited the room. Other nurses and doctors were rushing by in the background. Your parents have taken you to the family clinic. Because, Derry, your ribs are broken.
Oh no. Alright. Wait, I had that.
Yep.
Okay. And my wrist too, right?
And your wrist is broken.
Can I grab one of those pencils?
And Gertie, you have a compound fracture in your leg below your knee.
Jeez, holy shit.
And Teddy, you have a concussion and you have dislocated your shoulder. Frankie, you have some bumps and scrapes.
This is why you take lucky, guys. You should have just been lucky all along.
You should probably hold BB.
Yeah, BB is still limp and still has a very faint heartbeat.
Has she become conscious yet since last night?
No, not since the last you know.
Cool.
Some of you sleep after getting to the family clinic, some of you might not. The night's hazy, regardless. If you've ever had the nightmare of experiencing sleep paralysis, tonight would be an extreme look into the helplessness of that situation. You come in and out of the last few days, seeing your... Hold on.
Hold for dogs.
Hold for
dogs.
Hold for
Golly.
monster dogs.
Hold for the beasts within.
This is a good moment for this.
This stream brought to you by Loud.
They really... it's like it's their own mom. I don't know why they're barking so much. So, you come in and out of the last few days. Teddy seeing your sister's eyes again. Derry being chased down by a rabid wolf. And seeing a werewolf in the flesh.
And fur.
Frankie, the Crolum roaring its breath just feet from your face, ripping open your garage door. And Gertie Big Rob gripping you by your ankle till you couldn't take it anymore, and then feeling the desire to give up all of your friends and go with the bullies. And finally, Little Pete. At the foot of your bed, you see Little Pete, as clear as the hospital room that you swear you're in. You try to move, you try to speak, you try to scream for anyone, and you feel like surely some sound must be getting out, but it doesn't. And Little Pete steps across to your bedside, leans down, and whispers something in your ear that you can't quite make out.
What does he say?
Gertie.
It's Little Pete. It's not Big Rob.
This happens to all of us, you said?
It happens to all of you.
Okay.
They're fucking with us.
I don't think, given that Teddy has a concussion, I think the doctor's advice would be for him not to sleep, because I don't think you're...
Well, you're probably not asleep, but you're probably, like, zoning.
hazy. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Also, we've got to be on painkillers, right? Even at 13.
I a little bit, probably. I mean...
I don't know if it'd be enough to, like...
Yeah.
I want to talk, William, the Teddy's ankles. Are they still okay? Because we had talked
They're
briefly.
both swollen.
Okay.
You can't walk.
Okay.
What do you do when your ribs are broken? What can you do?
You
just
wrap
wait.
your chest.
Yeah, you
I mean,
wrap your chest and you wait.
because I feel like even walking, I use that part of me.
Yeah.
I broke a rib in high school. It's fine.
Yeah, but how many?
I said,
Yeah, no, I mean, how many am I working with here? Yeah.
Well, the real problem is if you break your floating ribs or if you break your ribs that are connected. Because if you break your floating ribs, it's bad. But if you break...
Sure. When I want to do things, we'll get to how...
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I need each of you to roll me a grit.
Are A goodie to say. Am I helping my friends?
You might feel like you are, sure.
Okay, cool. I was kidding.
No, yeah,
9.
absolutely.
I love dogs too, but that's irrelevant.
Okay, so we have a 9.
Mm-hmm.
6.
7.
5.
Ooh,
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 9. I would have a 6 if I didn't care about y'all so damn much.
So, Derry,
Yeah.
the rest of you can mark adversity. You are able to say something to Little Pete.
Okay.
What do you say?
Leave them alone.
Leave them alone?
Yeah, it mostly sounds like leave them alone. About as much as Wesley's to Blaze. Sorry, True Love.
You all wake up to the sound of nurses and doctors rushing patients around. It's loud. It's chaotic. Something has happened. Your parents have the TV on in your room, and you all are there, and you hear severe animal attacks have led to the worst incident in Bald's history since our great wildfire. And then the rest of the details are muddled and muddy for you as your parents begin talking. And then they come to your side and they hold you as they themselves know not what to do next. What do you do?
So we hear that,
Mhm.
so it's coming from outside.
And are we all we're on the same?
No, we hear
on
it's
the
on
news.
the TV.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
news.
The news reporter saying there's been severe animal attacks in Bald
Yes.
or something.
And
to
do we
that.
see images of these animals?
No.
Oh.
Do we see like people getting put into ambulances and stuff like that?
Not exactly. It seems like you see like houses with doors like completely ripped off of hinges.
Oh, shit.
And like windows busted out and that kind of a thing. I'd actually anybody who wants to roll brains.
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
spend an adversity token.
Oh yes!
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let Frankie do this, and then I'll
you're
be
good.
thinking about it.
We're doing intuitive.
Cool. So the way I see it, they didn't say what animals are doing that, so I figure that's one of two things: either Jordan or Dake, whichever one was able to do the full werewolf thing, or
Yeah,
are there more Krolins?
There are not. But since you're spending an adversity token, I will give you this.
I could just ask what animal.
What sort of creature did this?
It was several different animals, in fact. I can give you that, and I can also give you that you have an intense suspicion that this was probably what they had planned.
The bullies?
The bullies.
Cool. Which is what Derry was thinking initially.
I don't think they were ever coming for us.
they were after something else in the woods. Maybe they did say something about the woods, right? When we encountered them.
I mean, they got their powers from the woods, and they seem to have no sort of reservations using them for their own whatever they want. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing more stuff with the woods.
You know
Why
what?
would they attack people though? Who was it that was attacked? Do we know from the news reports?
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll brains?
Yeah. No, you would probably if you just like who was
I'll
it
take
that
a
was-
10 on it.
Sorry, real quick. Are we all in the same room?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think we would make sure of that.
Yeah.
I also figure they're probably
Also
in the
your
same
parents.
building as us.
Your parents would make sure of it.
And then which of the bullies liked to torture animals?
Big
that was
Rob.
Rob. Big Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if Big Rob has been killing animals and then burying them in the woods?
That's horrible.
So that they come back.
That is horrible, but that's actually not
not a bad
not
theory.
that far out of there. Yeah.
Derry, what did you hear anything else on the news?
Did I? If I take a 10 on my D20 brain.
Yeah. I was about to give you the names of
Cool.
some people.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay, so Elaine McLean.
These are people who have been hurt.
These are victims. You don't know exactly their condition. It's not being said.
Okay. But has anyone been confirmed dead?
No one has been confirmed dead.
But there are
death has been
deaths.
confirmed.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Jesus.
So, Elaine McLean.
And then Elaine McLean, and then Sandra Tolwell.
Sorry. This is not funny. This is not funny
No,
it's not.
stuff, but it is funny to watch Jonas do this. Sandra Tolwell.
Mm-hmm.
So many hijinks, Medi Ted.
Deputy Bang.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that makes sense. Cops.
And then we haven't named them yet, so I'm not going to name them, but Dake's parents, Jordan's parents, and Rob's parents.
Okay. So, with all that, I think...
I mean, there's a pretty clear connection, right?
There absolutely
it's gotta
is.
be the bullies.
Those are all the people they would want to lash out at. Elaine would have been the one who kicked him out, and I mean Sandra and Bang, they're the ones figures of authority.
They're the ones who escorted the bullies off the property, if I remember right.
And plus, that ties us in too, because we were part of these attacks as well. Even if they weren't coming directly for us, we were targeted.
Yeah.
All of us were.
Does this mean... Are they going to come after our families too?
Where's Declan and Harini?
Declan and Harini are like not here, not in the room. In fact,
Did they suffer any injuries?
Hold on. I'm really sorry. I just realized you're drinking out of your mug. I'm sorry. That was like, I just saw it for the first time. Did they suffer injuries? Energy drinks? No, they didn't. No, but they are. You remember them in the haze. You remember them being with you at the family clinic. So, and like, if you look in the corner, you can see like, you can see a little fez and a jacket and the screwdriver just like sitting on a chair. So you.
So they don't have injuries though.
They don't.
Okay.
Cool. Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how soon I'm going to be up to doing any more investigating or fighting off of this stuff. But whenever it does come time to it, I think we or someone needs to talk to their parents, the bullies' parents, if any of them made
they're
it.
Still alive.
I know, yeah, which is like not something I want to think about. But if any of them are, I think they need to know what's going on. If they'll even listen.
How's BB doing?
Not good.
Okay, well, let's keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be moving a ton anytime soon. Band practices might be a little more low-key for a while.
Yeah, I can bring your saxophone here. It's on wheels.
Oh, we should totally
your
practice
one on
here in the
wheels.
hospital, please. Yeah. And bring like a little mini kit, like a
Yeah.
Just the ones you need. Just the kick and the snare and the hi-hat, the only ones you need.
Right, all of the drum things that I know.
Yeah.
Because I play drums.
Yeah.
Every drum thing I know.
Maybe we should go try to talk to the doctors and see if we can get some more information. We're
Oh.
here anyway, right?
Real quick though.
They'll come and do their rounds though. I think for now our main focus should be resting, healing, because if we don't heal properly, then we won't be able to do anything further.
I agree we should heal, but it seems like the bullies are acting quickly. It seems like we need to be prepared for more things to happen.
Teddy, you may have powers.
Yeah, you might have powers.
I don't know if you thought about that, but...
Have you ever felt warmth in your soul?
Have you ever felt
Only when
warmth?
I go to church.
This little light inside? Are you going to let it shine?
No, the darkness has consumed me.
That's horrifying. Why would you say such a thing? Darkness is consuming the town of Bald. Why would you say such a thing?
I mean, I don't feel any different. I just kind of feel like...
Frank is going to pull up real close to Teddy and just go right up there. All right.
Hey, Firejet. This is very close.
It is. We're like right here.
Yeah. I picture us like touching noses.
It's gonna be touching noses. Teddy. So
Yeah.
what I need you to do
Okay.
is I need you to close your eyes.
Okay.
And I need you to picture.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine in your head,
Okay.
out of your eyeballs,
Yeah.
beams of energy bursting forth.
Firejet. I'm pretty sure I don't have.
Beams of energy coming forth from your eyes.
I'll try.
Even if
Bark
you could,
twice.
Frank,
Hang on.
there's not the room for it.
Do you say bark twice?
Back twice. Slap, slap.
Okay, well, especially if I have eye beams, it's probably not a good idea to.
Frankie,
be
this one is
standing-
like leaning in,
beams.
so her like
Together.
forehead to
Eye
forehead.
beams.
Eye beams.
Yeah,
Can you do eye beams? Can you summon Pintos from your eyes?
I'm pretty.
I
I'm almost
prefer black
positive
beans.
I don't have that power. Okay, I guess Teddy's gonna look up at the ceiling. So
Sure.
that his
Teddy,
eyes
no.
are pointing away.
And from the
things.
depth of your heart, picture a hole in that ceiling.
Teddy, this is a terrible idea.
Bark twice. Bark twice.
Do you want to do a roll?
No.
Cool.
You're not barking. There is a system.
And you two seem preoccupied. Derry and Gertie, how much? Give me a brains check.
Cool. Ugh. Sick.
I hate you.
No.
Cool.
Oh no!
I,
I accidentally rolled my nuts.
Am I being protective?
No,
having
this
my
isn't a
friends?
protective thing.
Am I?
Ooh, the first one.
Am I
But
being
you-
The
rebellious?
I
first roll
saw
that's
your
ever
roll.
been not
I
protected.
being
saw your
rebellious?
No, you're not.
Okay, cool.
I got a 6.
17.
6. Okay. Gertie, you're also you're enjoying this talk of eye beans. Like your mind goes like, black beans would be great. Oh, I just realized we could do jelly beans, perhaps. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You're really like expanding on this.
I'm
Meanwhile-
thinking more burritos though, so if you can produce some black beans, I'll get some cheese. Well, Frankie has cheese stored away.
You're writing a shopping list.
You got that figured out.
Cut to
I
Derry.
got 3 cons in my backpack.
I know
Well,
you do, Frankie.
Derry, you're not. No, you're
Yeah,
just
oh
like,
yeah.
You're no.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're.
My head hurts.
You could be like,
No,
you're
I'm kidding.
painting
Yeah.
this a little bit.
Yeah.
It could just be like the way that you're positioned,
Mm-hmm.
because you're all in your own individual
Yeah.
hospital beds.
Mhm.
But
Maybe-
Frankie has hopped off of his, and he is on top of of Teddy's. But you look that direction. You look towards the door to your room, and you see there's a little rectangular window on the door. And you see Big Rob standing,
Okay.
looking through there.
Is anyone else in the room here with us, or is it just the kids right now?
It's just the kids right now.
Okay. Frankie.
Focus really hard. You're not barking, Teddy.
Frankie.
We have established it. Hang on. Just let Teddy
Big
bark
Rob's at the
twice.
window, and you're the only one who can
What?
move.
I'm sorry.
Big Rob, no one look at the window. Nobody look at the window.
Gertie
Teddy
looks at the window.
No one Big Rob was there. Can I-
Everyone immediately turns to the window.
And
As soon as
you look over, no one's there.
okay, do I see him there still?
No.
What, did
Okay.
you see a bird?
Frankie, go get him. He's gone. He did. Go.
Ooh,
You can
who's
run. Get him.
outside?
Big Rob. I said
All
Big
right,
Rob.
all
You
right.
heard me say Big Rob.
Yeah, you're gonna roleplay. Cool.
Yep.
Frankie, wait!
That's gonna be a 6 to take off, out the doorway, down the hallway, glancing around my surroundings.
Cool. You exit the door, and you look out, and you see Big Rob standing right around the other side of the door.
Frankie, come back here!
But you also see a doctor and a nurse wheeling by a patient, like moving them from one room to another. And you see Elaine McLean. And then you see 2 more nurses wheeling by on one of the hospital beds from one room to another. And it's little Pete, who looks completely out cold and has like a breathing apparatus and does not seem to be doing well. And then you make contact with Big Rob, who looks down at you. Well. Who'd have thought that the one place we would find you would be right where we were all along? Usually, Someone cuts me off by now. But I wonder why someone can't.
Well, I could at any time. I just thought it would be a good time for us to, like, talk and listen to one another. So if, like, you want to keep going.
He reaches for you.
Step back.
Okay.
You can't do anything to us here. We're under watchful eyes. 6. Flight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so he grabs you by your throat, and he picks you up off the ground.
Can we see any of this through the window?
And also, aren't there nurses around
You couldn't
who would
see
see this?
anything. You couldn't see anything through the window, but suddenly you see Frankie being lifted up in the
Cool.
rectangular window. You see that.
Gertie's like pushing her nurse button, like.
Yeah. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna get up.
Yeah, same. Teddy is also doing that.
Yeah.
So we should talk about it.
Nurse.
Roll
this.
grit, both of you.
Cool. Now this is a protective getting up for sure.
Whoops.
Whoops. Actually, okay, I'm just going to take a +3 because either a doctor told me not to do this or I'm protecting Frankie. I don't want both.
Yeah.
So, 5.
Wait, do I roll anything?
What would you like to roll?
I don't know, brains to know what to do. Maybe?
Sure.
You're calling for a nurse. You could.
Calling for a nurse is good. Yeah, what's up?
I was just saying, brains to be like, all right, what's the most effective way to get a nurse to respond immediately?
Oh, yeah, roll brains, actually.
7.
Yeah, you think, wow, if I unplug this machine, it will flatline maybe, or something?
Okay.
That's a very Frankie.
Yeah, Gertie does. I think she, like, pulls everything out of her body at once.
Teddy rolled a
Ow.
1.
Ooh. What, you just went straight out of the oof.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Wow. Well, I was hoping something like that would happen anyway. So you step out of your bed, and immediately both of your ankles collapse underneath you, and you just hit the ground.
Oh.
And I'm picturing
and
Teddy
it rocks
like
your head a little bit.
Well, I'm picturing Teddy like collapsing to the ground and not being prepared for it, and smacking his head on the ground again, and just like really just digging that concussion hole deeper.
Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah. So you do that, but what was your grit roll?
5.
5. Yeah, you go to like lean up out of your bed and you feel like you're like, because you're in like a laying down position, so you go to like sit up and you have to engage your ribs to do that.
Yeah.
And it just completely like floors you back into your bed.
Derry, sit down.
I would like to just yell as loud as I can, like it's already gonna come out, but just not hold back, in the hopes that a doctor comes running.
And I think Gertie's just yelling, Frankie.
Your own parents, Rob.
And you two mark adversity. You don't, because as soon as a couple people heard the noise of something like flatlining or something coming from your room, Big Rob is holding you, Frankie. And then you say your own parents, and he's looking you in the eyes like it doesn't even matter, and then looks past you and his eyes go wide. And you hear rapid footsteps, and you hear, "Put down my son, you piece of shit!" And Phoebe comes...
Fuck yeah, Phoebe Fox.
And tackles Big Rob.
Fuck yeah, Phoebe Fox.
Don't fuck with the foxes!
And your father catches you as you fall out of Big Rob's arms, and he goes,
Say it too, Dad. Say it too, Dad.
Yeah, don't mess with this. Your mom just tackled a teen. And Phoebe tackles Big Rob to the ground, and Big Rob is, like, caught off guard for a second. Some nurses come around the corner as well after, like, you push the button and, like, everything. And they come and a security guard comes around as well, like the hospital security, and it is coming to like kind of de-escalate or like do whatever they need to do. So the nurses run immediately into the room, and Marcus, like carrying Frankie, goes into the room as well, and they're looking around to see what happened. Teddy's on the ground. Derry is just fallen back into his hospital bed, and they see...
Teddy's like using Derry's bed, the end of Derry's bed to like crawl back to standing up, and his legs are just like wobbling, and he's like, Derry, no, sit down, I'm gonna get
the
it.
nurses come in and put you like back to like where you need to be, like check in on you, and go over to Gertie, who has removed everything, and they're just like startled, looking at you for a moment, and they're like, can we get you back into bed?
Frankie's okay. Like I see that
Marcus
Frankie's okay.
brings Frankie in.
Okay, I think
and, like puts him back on the hospital bed.
Since Mom, Dad, and Frankie are. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, can you do the other arm? This one's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Gertie, adults are present.
You can't use that sort of bad language, right, Dad?
I'm a little sorry. I'm a little loopy. I don't really have much of a filter at the moment.
Well, you gotta remember, Gertie, a cuss is the most horrible thing a person can do, as all of us know.
A customs?
A cuss?
Oh, cuss.
Where are we?
Oh, I think someone should probably look at that kid.
His name's Teddy.
What? Yeah, you don't say.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Gertie.
Doctor or nurse or someone?
Yeah, they're already helping Teddy out. Like I said, they helped him back.
This was me.
And one of them was checking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whoever this is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a list of names of kids that you cannot keep your eyes off of. Take your eyes off of, okay? Big Rob, who you just saw get tackled in the hallway by the cool fox.
Okay.
Big Rob and Little Pete and Dake Marin and Jordan Willows are the reason that I've been in here so much, and if they come anywhere in your room again, it's going to be trouble, and my parents have a lot of money.
They're not good kids.
Hey, everybody, I understand, like, there's a lot of things going on. We just need to hold on for a minute. And this is Nurse Carlos, by the way.
Cool.
Nurse Carlos, who is, I'll give you the physical description.
Please.
Nurse Carlos is wearing nurse scrubs and has a very, very stylish, like dark black haircut where it's like shorter on the sides and back and then kind of like foofed off to the side on the top, and it's the hair's about like 2 inches long, something like that. And they have and him, cis man, has light brown skin and a very like positive, confident kind of personality, clean shaven.
Cool.
He was the one with blood on his shoulder.
Yeah, he was the one who was in here earlier with blood on
okay.
I'm not. I don't have exactly permission to go into details on other people in the hospital, so we need to just. If we could all just keep it a little civil right now.
I don't want any details. I just want them away from me and my friends,
all
okay?
Right,
he just picked up Frankie by his throat in your own hospital. That's a really bad look, so you need to be more careful about our room, please.
Yeah. He's got a point.
Whatever you need to do.
Definitely. We will make sure that nobody comes back over here. I'm really sorry that happened. We're just super short-staffed at the moment. We have nurses and doctors coming in from a couple of the surrounding cities. I mean, like, we really... I don't know. And then Carlos looks over at the TV, and it's on, but it's like on silent right now. And it's like kind of just cycling the same news stories over and over again. And he just like looks at it and like gestures and is like, we're doing the best we can. I don't know. Do any of you need anything while I'm here? Like a juice box or something?
Can we get a vet over here?
Yeah.
Oh. And then he notices Baby.
Who's probably still by Teddy's bed.
Yeah. Wow, we're not supposed to have animals in here.
She's our life source.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Arthur isn't here, so he was the only one who was allergic.
We have her when he's in here, too.
Keep her in this room. Super don't let her out because some of our other patients might be allergic, and that's real bad. That's all I ask.
Okay.
I will get in contact with a veterinarian.
Go,
Gert. Frankie, what did you say?
He wants everything.
I want the world
If
in
you
my
have
hand.
some Sudoku puzzles.
Sudoku puzzles?
Just bring everything you got, honestly. We've been through a lot.
Do you know any CJs?
Yeah, do you
I'm
know
a CJ.
Carlos.
What's
J.
your last name?
Well, it starts with a J. I don't really want to tell you what it is.
Do you have a treasure chest in the woods?
What?
Can we please look at him? Can someone? Anyone?
Carlos, that's weird that you don't want anyone to know your last name when you work in a professional institution.
Carlos,
Well,
why
I'm
did
just
you
known as Nurse Carlos.
why did you bury a treasure chest in the woods for Gertie and me to find?
Didn't. But that's okay.
Wait, Carlos, are you from the future?
Carlos.
No, I'm not.
What's your real name, Carlos?
My real name is Carlos.
What's your last name?
If that is your real name.
It's really okay. I'll go get you some stuff, some puzzles and things.
Go,
I
Gert.
promise.
Is there anything we can do for you?
You can just stay in this room. Keep your dog, BB. Is that what I just heard?
Yes.
Keep. Oh,
That's her.
no, it's not. I mean,
That's
no,
the
it's
other
not.
dog.
That's my dog. Don't tell anyone.
It's like a little bulge under his doctor's uniform. It's moving.
Okay. And then
I thought he had a hump this
He doesn't want to say his last name because his last name is, geez, I'm hiding a dog.
and he looks down. He gets like a you hear like a like almost silent like vibrating and looks down at like a pager on his side.
Oh, you sold your pagers, huh?
Well, yeah, it's pretty efficient.
Well,
I gotta go.
2019, so.
All right.
Wait, before you go, can I have your gun?
I don't have a gun. I
You
don't.
should have
Okay,
a gun.
go. Get
Don't
out.
give Frankie your gun.
Oh
No
my
one should
God,
give you a
are
gun.
you the doctor?
I'm sorry. What?
Are you the doctor?
No, he's...
I'm not a doctor, but do you mean like who?
No, he's
Yes.
the treasure chest.
No, okay, all right.
What if the treasure chest is like a door?
I'm gonna go. I'll
Okay,
I'll
bye,
have
Carlos.
someone else bring something
Go-Gurt.
back. Okay,
Bird's
Go-Gurt.
bigger on the
puzzles.
inside.
Just a whole box.
Whoa.
A whole box of Go-Gurt?
What?
Been
All
a lot.
the Go-Gurt you have.
Okay, great.
My head really
going now.
hurts.
Yeah, you hit it
And the nurse-
twice.
the nurse-
Someone look at this kid.
The nurses are looking
His
at me.
name is Teddy.
You don't say.
A little bit of time goes by, and like the nurses get done checking you out, and are just like, "Hey, like you hit your head again. Like, please just stay in your bed, please. Oh my gosh, please."
Okay.
Great, and they leave the room. Another nurse comes back in. It's not Nurse Carlos, but they have Sudoku puzzles, which they hand to Gertie, and they have half a box of Go-Gurt.
That's fine.
And they divvy it out to like
It's
all
not,
of you.
it's not usually how you hold Go-Gurt. Usually it's in the tubes, but I suppose boxed yogurt
Oh my
Go-Gurt
God.
would be fine
It's
in
a
a,
box-
hospital, in
it's a
a
box that
hospital
has
setting.
I'm picturing like a bagged box wine comes,
Yeah, but it's
it's like a
Go-Gurt.
box of Go-Gurt.
It's like soft
Slap the
serve.
bag.
Excuse me, there's been a mistake.
only involved.
Good.
Yes, there's supposed to be a gun in here.
Give me the Go-Gurt glass.
No, there isn't.
Sorry, what was that?
Carlos promised us he would bring us each a gun, so if you could fulfill that promise,
And
we'd
they
appreciate
drop
it.
everything off.
Rolling
and they
charm.
And they walk out of the. Okay, roll charm. Go for it.
It's a 6.
Also, can I have a last attempt?
It's a 9. It's a 10.
Okay, you fail and you don't get to mark adversity for this. Yes.
I want to roll charm to get his last name.
Oh, he's gone.
Okay, bye.
Wait, excuse me.
You
Other
Carlos would be gone
nurse?
for like a scene.
Do you know Nurse Carlos's
This is
last
a different
name?
nurse.
Gertie has a question for you. Roll.
Okay, who are we talking to?
The other
The new nurse.
New nurse.
Whoa, that was cool.
11.
11.
11.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you.
That's really weird.
Why is it such a kept secret? Now,
Yeah.
because it's such a kept secret,
Now we
that's
all
Like,
want to
what
know.
if-
You realize this is now the goal of the arc, right?
Because, like, if I came in
Dr. Carlos who?
with, like, my leg half sawed off and you were like, okay, we need your ID, and I said, nope.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we need to know your name. And I said, well, it's Gertie. Gertie what? Well, that's my business. That'd be weird.
This is making so much sense.
Okay. All right. You rolled an 11.
Yeah.
You rolled an 11. Carlos comes back in.
What?
And
No, wait. The nurse needs to tell us in the nurse's character voice.
No, the nurse leaves, and Carlos comes back in, and is like, okay, all right. I heard you're still asking people what my last name is.
Also
We're not
for
gonna
our
stop anytime
guns.
Soon.
Who are you?
You do I'm Carlos. Oh my gosh.
CJ.
Can somebody check this kid out, please?
His
His
name
name
is
is
Teddy.
Teddy.
I know Teddy's
And he's looking
name.
good.
Yeah, Teddy's great. Also Marcus. And Marcus is like,
Marcus Adversity.
oh yeah, for sure. You're needed outside. Something about your wife.
Make sure it's not a trap.
Is it a trap?
I warned you about the bullies.
Yeah.
Dad, make sure to call Mom
Mr.
and
Fox.
ask her if she was actually asking for
you
you.
know what? Actually, I'm gonna call my wife. And he pulls out his phone and he's like dialing. Carlos like, I don't think she'll be able to answer the.
Why not, Carlos? Why not?
She is handcuffed.
Why?
She tackled a child.
She's a lawyer. That's a constitutional right.
Out
all
of
that-
defense for her
He
child.
had
All
his
the-
hands on Frankie's throat.
Check the security cameras.
All the police officers were hurt, so who has handcuffs?
Our private security.
You had private security, and Big Rob got his hands around Frankie's throat right outside our door.
They're
How
bad private
convenient.
security.
We didn't know we were going to need to be looking at children and being like, don't kill each other, okay?
Well, we're
Wow.
telling you
This is a
now.
hospital. Anything can happen in a
I'm glad
hospital.
you have Bald's greatest lawyer handcuffed now, because you're in a
Yeah.
lot of frickin' trouble.
Yep.
Oh,
Mr.
What's-
J.
What's your last name?
Juarez. My name is Carlos Juarez.
Okay,
If
that's
that
all-
is your
that's
real
all we
name.
You
needed to
have
know.
a secret safe in the woods.
No,
Like a
why?
chest.
I need to go, and Marcus, you also need to go. And Marcus, I'm sorry.
Wait,
it's
Dad.
still ringing.
What's your last name?
My last name is Fox.
Oh, that's just like you two.
Oh my
See
god,
how
that's
easy
just
that
like
was,
us.
see?
Can somebody check this kid out?
His name's Teddy.
So Marcus leaves the room with Carlos.
Juarez.
Carlos Juarez.
I hit the call nurse button.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I do, like, as soon as they leave.
Okay.
This is
I
the
noticed
arc.
that.
Fucking with CJ.
That's been the whole arc in this hospital room, just getting nurses back here.
Carlos comes back in. What?
Hi, nurse.
I'm really-
I heard there's a private security here. We need them outside the door because our guard just got taken away.
There is one.
Outside the door?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We put one there after what happened.
Cool.
That was quick.
That's all.
I'm gonna need footage of the cameras.
Well, I can't give that to you, but your mom already asked for it. So,
Like mother, like daughter.
okay, you know what? And Carlos comes in, pulls up a chair, sits in it backwards.
Why are you doing
Gertie
this?
pulls out some notes.
All right.
Just
Okay.
instinctively.
So, I've got a second. I need to get back to what I'm doing in a moment, but if you have anything you want to ask me, I will answer it truthfully right now. I can tell you first, I don't have a chest out in the woods.
Maybe he doesn't know yet. Maybe he's from the past.
I'm not. I'm from the present.
Technically, you're from the past.
Technically, we're all from the past.
Right.
Whoa.
CJ, you might
Nobody
you
calls
might
me
have
CJ.
a chest.
Nobody calls me CJ.
That's because
My
I don't know your
initials
last
are
name.
CJ. Well,
Do you use, since you really stick to Nurse Carlos a lot, so would you use your NC as your initials?
no. I mean, nurse isn't an initial. I just
So-
Nurse Carlos is more inviting than Nurse Juarez. You know.
What's your backstory?
My backstory.
Why did you choose to become an adventurer?
And
I don't
well,
believe I'm an adventurer unless you mean the adventure of modern medicine. In
No.
which case, oh no,
We don't
well
mean
then no,
that.
I don't think I'm an adventurer.
I mean, you have a chest in the woods. That's pretty adventure-y.
I don't, and nobody calls me
You're
CJ.
a visiting nurse. Well, how? I know you
Oh,
were
I'm
called.
not a visiting nurse.
Oh.
I work here. I just was in charge of getting everybody else here.
And how come I've never seen you before?
We have
I've
seen
seen
him.
you before.
Oh.
I've been
Did
here
you
every
deliver
single
me?
time.
I don't know.
Did I deliver you?
I
No,
don't
I'm.
think I've seen you before.
I'm sorry. I'm 31 years old.
Do you listen to Sawbones? Is that
Do you
where
listen to Small
Is that where you
Strikes?
learned?
Sawbones,
Is that where you learned medicine?
Oh, the McElroy podcast?
Yeah.
I listen to that.
Did you learn medicine? Can I be a doctor if I listen to Sawbones?
No.
I mean, Teddy has watched ER, so he knows quite a
So
bit.
many. I know.
Oh, you've seen ER.
I know so much about.
Don't-
About.
Don't tell him too much.
Okay.
Medicine.
Medicine. Great. Can someone check this kid out?
His name's Ted.
His name's Teddy.
Oh, okay.
My name's Teddy.
Or
His name's
Ted- or
Ted.
I know.
Tank.
All right. I know it's.
Or
it's-
Tedward.
I know it's Teddy, Derry.
And his last name's
Gertie, and Frankie,
Thompson.
right?
Who
Yeah.
told you
I'm
my real
Gertie.
name?
I know all of your names.
You know our last names?
But you
lived
don't
in
know my
Bald.
middle name.
I've
That
been
one's always
involved
gonna be
almost
kept
my
a
whole
secret.
life. I know all your middle name.
Yeah.
Let's see, Gertie Fox. Is it Anne?
No.
Ah, you're right. I don't know what it is.
Are you friends with my brother?
Do you know my dad's?
Are you my dad's?
Are you friends with my sister?
I'm not. Wait a minute.
Are you friends with my other
I just
sister?
find it weird that I've never met you before.
Gertie, we've I gave you your shots getting in good for going into middle school.
Going to middle school doesn't sound like something that Gertie would do.
Did you really go to middle school?
Bold of you to make that choice for her character, William.
Aren't you?
It's just interesting.
You're 14
Wait,
going
did you
on
just
15,
go?
aren't you?
Yes, I am. How did you know that?
Your birthday's in like a week or something, right?
Oh
That's
my
so
god.
weird.
He
How
has
does
our
he
charts.
know?
That's how
Gertie.
he knows.
I mean,
Cheater!
What?
Gertie.
I retain information.
We have to plan your birthday party.
Okay,
It's a
priorities,
secret.
Teddy. I'm glad that's where your head's at. But first of all, are you sure
The bullies aren't
Am I
invited.
sure what? That it's your birthday?
that I know you?
Yeah. No,
Do
I know
you-
all of you.
You've probably seen a lot of animal attacks. Do you buy it?
What?
Look, here's the thing. Here's if we want to. That's all Derry wants to ask about, right? He's been trying to find a better way to phrase it. It just came out that way because he knows where he's at. I don't know what question exactly Carlos hears, but we all understand what Derry's trying to ask,
Because
right?
are we talking animals we've seen before, like a
Oh my God.
raccoon,
Yeah.
or are we talking about animals that are
You've seen animal attacks before, did you buy it?
fantastical?
Like a hippopotamus, the deadliest land mammal on Earth. Fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Oh gosh. You know, I really. Are you asking me directly about what's
What?
happening involved?
Yes.
Yes.
So we've transitioned from asking me about my backstory to this
I
because
mean,
I didn't even get to tell
we
you.
found the real. I mean, I'm still interested, but
Okay,
this
we'll
one
get back to it.
cut in line.
There are more pressing things right now, honestly.
All right.
I figure you'll die by the end of the
Gertie's
season, so we
birthday
don't need to go
party.
too deep.
You're
CJ,
invited.
you're invited.
It's not, it's
You
not
can
hear
tell.
this kid?
You can tell me about his name's Teddy. Can you please?
No, this is Frankie.
Yeah, I
What?
know that.
What
I
about?
have been silent this entire conversation.
Yeah, Frankie doesn't say shitty things. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Jerk.
I don't respond well to gaslighting. I'm if I'm being honest.
Oh well, he does say shitty things. He's not sorry though.
Oh, okay, great.
I do
What?
lie quite frequently, except for the times I'm telling the
Okay,
truth.
I've written out the questions in the order you should answer them.
Okay.
First of all, are these animals, and do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
How many animals do you believe?
Do you believe that animals are real?
CJ, do you go to church?
Nobody calls me CJ.
And C.
Christ
You can
Jesus.
call me. You can call me Carlos. You can call me Nurse Carlos.
Juarez.
Juarez, yes. You can call me. You can call me NC, even if you like. If that.
See, that's weird that you would prefer to be called NC rather than
to CJ.
That stands
That's-
for North Carolina.
Are you North Carolina?
That's where you came from originally.
Is that your backstory? You are the state of North Carolina?
Answer
No,
our questions.
I'm trying.
I don't.
We are
believe
making
you.
it very difficult.
Yes.
Okay, so Gertie, I'm gonna answer your questions. You said, are they animals? Do I believe? Okay. I mean, they must be animals. It kind of like there was claws, and there are. I can't really
There's
tell
lots
you.
of things with claws,
I
CJ.
can't really tell you a whole lot of what's going on.
Sentences.
Hey, Would it help if we told you that we know more than you?
No. I mean, like, because I wouldn't even want to. I cannot talk to you about this because it's about other patients that are at this current facility.
Okay, well,
I would hope you understand.
We don't want to know about them. We just want to know about the attackers.
you can't
Who did it?
talk to us, but we can talk to you, and I think we should get serious for a second.
Okay.
And
Gertie's birthday party is next week.
Not that serious.
can somebody look at this kid?
His name's Teddy.
Nurse Carlos will go over and start checking out Teddy while Frankie is talking to him.
I think, and back me up on this, guys. Big Rob, Dake Willows, Jordan Pete, and Little Pete
yeah, for sure.
are I don't think we've exactly set up a precedent for us to be believed readily, but please keep it in the back of your mind that one or all of them may have powers. One of which
Superpowers.
I would keep
superpowers.
that in the forefront of
Yeah,
your
keep
mind.
that on the main one.
They have powers and they use them for bad, like they always have.
One of them can turn into at least a werewolf.
One of them
Yes.
can manipulate your emotions.
One of them gets very heavy.
One of them creates illusions.
One of them's a ghost.
Maybe. Something like
something?
a ghost.
All right.
You don't need to believe us now, just don't trust them.
Do I need to have...
A lawyer? No, we got one.
No, hold on. All right.
Well, you may want one too.
And he finishes checking over Teddy and looks at all of you like none of you are also injured like head wise, correct?
No, just Teddy. I think.
Teddy.
All right, so you're all believing this and saying these things, and
yep,
that's where you're at. Okay. All right.
Just be careful and please keep them away from our room.
So Dake, Marin, Jordan Willows, Little Pete, and Big Rob.
Yeah.
Little Pete Pedestrian.
And we know Pete Pedestrian is here as a patient, so be really careful.
Pete's here?
We heard that on the news. I thought I told you. Didn't I? I know that, right?
We saw Pete get carried by.
Yeah, we did.
Frankie saw
Pete
Frankie
did.
By.
Pete's here.
Sorry.
Don't say anything, Ted. My mom's a lawyer. I know that. Pete's here. Rob's here. Is Rob still here?
Yeah. Rob's still here.
Is Rob in cuffs? My mom's in cuffs, but not Rob.
Rob is not in cuffs, but is being held because your mom's no longer in cuffs. I suppose I can tell you this.
You know Rob was choking me, right?
We did see the footage. We saw the footage. That's why Rob is. I mean, still, regardless, like tackling a child or like a teen or anything is still like but your mom did sort of threaten to sue the hospital if we didn't let her go. So we're sort of in like some lawyer hot water.
Yeah, she could tear this apart brick by brick.
Yeah,
with
you don't want that.
Yeah.
Given it's the only family clinic in town, I certainly hope that someone who has children who grow up in Bald wouldn't want to do something like that. But
the family that's come out of this place is less than savory. Little Pete, don't trust him.
All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to ask me or tell me? I will keep my eyes on the other kids who are here.
Your backstory.
Wait, Gertie. Is Little Pete alive?
Yes, I can. Yes, yeah, but I can't tell you anything else about that. Okay, but it seems like he's gonna make it. Did you know that he was attacked or something?
Well, Rob was here, and they're always attached at the hip.
Okay, yeah, they seem to be very good friends.
Yeah.
Well, if you were somehow either friends or acquaintances with Little Pete, I'm sorry. Oh, that sounded like a no laugh.
You remember when I was here before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, at the very least, I can tell you that he is alive. And I can't tell you anything else.
Okay.
And also, we never had this conversation. I do think it's animals. I do believe that. I don't know. I don't know what agitated them or I don't even know how they got inside of the homes that they were in, but
just be careful and don't tell anybody what we told you because we don't know who we can trust yet, but I think we can all agree that you seem pretty on the level.
Well, thank you.
At least that level. Those levels you're not on, I'm picking up on those with my teen brain, but there's a level you're on where I feel like we can share this. So that level.
Yeah, I do. And Carlos looks side to side and checks back to the door with the rectangular window and doesn't see anybody, and he leans in really close to all of you. I do though think it was. I think someone coordinated it.
You know who did it.
Yeah.
We already told you who did it.
I mean,
but this conversation,
it just seems too. It's unlikely. It's all the way across town. All of these animals were inside of people's homes, and they got home from a party or something, and just got ambushed.
Did anyone for sure see these animals?
No. We have. There's a rumor that there's a video of someone took on their phone while they were being attacked. but it's like really shaky and you can't really make anything out.
Who took that video?
Yeah, can you tell us that? It's just a rumor, surely.
Oh man, I really love being a nurse, y'all.
We're not. Hey, we don't want to
During
get
this time, I think Harini has been texting both Harini and.
Gurney's been texting Harini and Declan.
Yeah. And actually, she had already texted Declan just by giving them kind of an update of what's happening and just to be aware of their surroundings, yada yada. And then as she's texting Harini and hears Carlos say that, I think she's gonna text Harini to delete the videos on her phone.
Okay. All right.
I mean, whether Harini does or not.
Yeah. Roll charge.
14.
Okay. You get a thumbs up back.
Has the nurse left yet?
Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos is like getting up and like just like I don't know. Just be cool, stay in here. You gotta rest up. You all got really beat up. I mean, yeah, actually, what happened to all of you?
Big Rob, Little Pete, Big
Oh, it was
Mary,
them.
Jordan Willows. Yep.
Oh, did you not know that? That was kind of an essential detail.
Yeah, you came in at around the same time as the rest of everything else, and like Arthur was out. So
That was probably them too.
No, as far as I know, Arthur was just drunk at a party.
Oh, then that's his dad's fault.
Oh, well, that's okay.
They had fun.
I was also at that party.
Are you drunk?
No, I don't drink.
Oh, good. You're a nurse.
But it was fun. I like to dance. Gary can lay down the jams.
Gary. Oh,
Givalter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in this town.
Look, it's weird that you know all the people that I know.
And it's weird that you live in this town because we've like never seen you before.
You've seen Frankie. I
come to the hospital all the time, and I've never run into you.
Before you go,
okay.
Are you a third? Like, is either your dad also Carlos?
No, I'm a
Juarez?
first.
Are there any other CJs in your family?
Are you married?
There are other CJs in my family.
Okay, we're gonna need their names as well.
And
First and
addresses.
last.
What?
And their social security numbers.
You can write it down and slip it under the door later.
With a gun.
Frankie can still walk.
I will not.
Don't worry about the
Alright,
banging of
even if you
swords.
don't give us guns, get one for yourself.
Wait, I promise you, nobody in my family. Okay, the other CJs in my family don't live in Bald, and they never have.
Have they been to Bald?
Yes, they've been to Bald. They visited me. Oh no.
Maybe one of
CJ.
them had a chest. I was gonna say trunk.
Are you saying there's a treasure chest?
No.
No.
It's with the initial CJ.
It's just a rumor.
Like the rumor of the thing.
Like
Yeah, that thing.
the hidden city of El
Can someone look at this
Baldorado.
His name's Teddy. All right.
How do you know everyone's name?
Because I live here. It's a
God.
small town.
CJ, can we have a moment,
Wait,
please?
no, wait. I live here, and I'm also one of the only nurses.
CJ, can we have a moment, please?
Okay, I'm leaving.
Can we have a moment?
I'm heading out the door.
Can you please let us have the room?
I'm currently exiting.
We need to talk amongst ourselves.
CJ, can you give us a moment?
Well, I'm like trying to. His hand is
CJ
on the
baby.
handle of the door. He's like opening a little bit. I'm trying to leave.
CJ,
So CJ, if you were leaving, you would have been gone by now.
All right, and opens the door all the way, and his head is just poking in the room. Really, I'm leaving.
CJ,
wait, hey,
please.
CJ, hang on.
Wait, what? And comes back in the room a little bit.
Can we have a moment?
Oh yeah.
Also, Gogurt, empty.
Oh, the whole box.
It was only half full.
It's
Yeah,
true.
because there was I can't give you all of the Gogurt we have.
What?
Leave a couple.
Yes, you can.
Sure you can.
Somebody
You
charm.
want to roll charm? It sounded like you needed to charm that one.
Okay, fine. My little cock
It was
6.
cock, yeah.
That's gonna be a 6.
I'll be back. All right. Can I leave now?
Please.
Please do.
I'm trying. Okay.
Wait, CJ.
Oh my
God.
Please no.
Yes.
Do you prefer CJ, NC, or NCJ?
Okay. All of you and only you And please don't tell anybody else they can do this, but the 4 of you can call me CJ.
There are a lot of CJs in Bald. Can we just call you Nurse Carlos?
Okay, alright. And Carlos closes the door.
I'm calling him CJ, and I actually like that that's kind of our thing.
Quick family meeting that'll last about 10 seconds. I
All
think
right.
maybe we should agree to maybe let up on Carlos. Maybe we'll buy him a bouquet of flowers before.
Yeah,
we
I
leave.
actually,
We were pretty hard
I
on
like
him.
Carlos, and he's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun.
to
They
accomplish
had a
around.
lot of patience with us.
Yeah.
I also just want to say, I don't know where we can recover, but I feel like we need to leave. I don't think it's a good idea that we're in the same place as the bullies. Not after last night.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially I don't want to be anywhere near Little Pete.
Teddy, little
He
Pete.
freaks me out, Gertie.
He
freaks
does
me
me
out.
too. But
Gertie, if he comes back and if
he came back, Teddy, he'd be a god. Did you see what you did to him?
No, I closed my eyes on purpose.
Well, Teddy, let me tell you, you did some
Gertie,
real damage.
listen. If he comes back and he tells one of the nurses to do something, they're gonna have to do it. And I don't want to be around when that happens.
I saw him last night, also, or like this morning, when I was in the bed. I saw him for a second.
You had
You
a dream
Like
with
a-
Little Pete in it too?
It wasn't a dream, though. I mean, it was like for sure real. I
What
couldn't do
happened?
much. I tried to yell a lot of things at him. I couldn't tell if it was all coming out, but
Same thing
he was
happened to
just
me,
there.
too.
You too?
Yeah.
All
Have
of
you
us?
guys ever experienced sleep paralysis?
No.
No,
Well, did you try moving? Could you move?
I couldn't. I mean, I was kind of trying to thrash, and I felt like I was moving,
And
but
you said you were trying to scream, but you couldn't, right?
I got something out, I think. But yeah, no, it was.
I want to get out of here. I don't think it's.
Yeah. Look,
I
I
think we
do
need to
too,
leave.
but I'm not. Neither of us are getting anywhere in our states right now, and there's an armed guard outside our door. Like we won't be much safer.
I mean, I'll get a wheelchair and we can get you something too.
Probably
and
a
then we
wheelchair
can-
also.
And then listen, it's just we're not safe here. We're not safe here right now.
I mean, if we're gonna get like heavy, we're not safe in Bald if Pete's involved. If any of these bullies are involved, because no matter what, I mean, even if we go to the forest or if we go to, one of our other hideouts or even one of our parents, they know all of our places.
That's true. Yeah, we're not. I mean,
And at least right now, there's only 2 of them here, and I know little Pete is the biggest threat to us at the moment. I do honestly believe, though, he's not waking up anytime soon.
maybe we should leave Bald before he does wake up. I mean, if we're not going to be
Leave
safe
Bald?
here, not forever, but like,
Hold
grab who we
close.
can and get out of here now, because I feel like this is only going to get worse.
What about Declan and Harini?
We'll
Can't
get- we can
can't
get them
leave everyone
too.
else behind.
What,
What do you mean take them too? They've got lives here, and their parents are sure
Well,
as
then they
heck
can
not
stay,
gonna
but
let.
we're not safe here. No one is safe here. No one should be
We
here.
can't just leave Bald to the bullies, Derry.
What?
And I don't think we should be around them, but like
You're right. We can't just leave Bald to the bullies. That's all
So-
I got.
But I do.
Then
think
what do we do?
I do think we need to be far enough away from them where we can come up with a plan or something. But I don't want to be here. I don't think it's safe, and I don't think any of you should be here either.
Okay, hear me out. One place I don't think they would look for us, a place I don't really want to be, but is Tiresias's. I don't think they would think to find us there. It's a place we know about. I know, Gertie, like we don't have to talk to them. But that might be a safe place for us right now. Our houses aren't safe. I don't know.
I second that.
Yeah? If you have other ideas, I'm open. That's just, that's the first established location I can think of.
I'm not going to Tiresias's without Mom and Dad.
Let's
Well, they can come too. They
Someone
better not
has to
stick around
drive.
here either. I mean, look what happened with Frankie already. If Big Rob or Little Peter or anyone else tries something, they're gonna get in trouble too. Or worse. We need to get out of here.
That's fine with me. Yeah. Where is Mom and Dad?
Not in handcuffs.
No, Mom got out of her handcuffs.
That's why I said not in handcuffs.
Oh.
Can somebody check this girl out?
The door.
Her name's Gertie.
The door to your hospital room opens and Carlos walks back in and closes the door and like turns around and looks at all of you and has a box of Go-Gurt and just like comes over and hands it off.
Can I roll brains
Yeah.
to see if something seems different about Carlos?
Carlos poisoned the Go-Gurt.
It's a 6.
A 6.
Carlos poisoned the Go-Gurt?
When Carlos hands off the Go-Gurt to Derry with your 6, you catch a glimpse of the back of his left arm, and there's no blood. And he moves back toward the door.
William,
Yeah?
in this moment, can there be a moment for Gertie? Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, never mind, because this didn't happen to Gertie. This happened to Teddy.
I think Teddy. So here's what happens as
You
they
wanna roll
move.
brains?
No, wait. As they move back towards the door, Teddy, without saying anything, just points to the back of the nurse's arm.
And without saying anything, I spend my final adversity token to Intuit. What the hell's the deal with the blood?
Intuitive. The blood was just like a mistake on Carlos's part of like missing like a cleanup after they had to deal with Little Pete coming in because there was a lot of blood, and as they were saving him, it got a lot of places, and so it was just like a miss on the scrub down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so they just wiped it off this time?
What's
I
up,
have
Gertie?
I have another thought about this, but
Well, first, I don't think that's what happened.
I don't think this Go-Gurt's real either.
Because someone else would have pointed it out almost immediately if a doctor or nurse had still blood on them. But is there some way, like as soon as Teddy points, and we all notice the blood or the lack of blood that we all had noticed before, right?
All of you had seen the blood before.
Is there a way for Gertie to just think to herself, "Oh my God, it's whichever the boys,
Jordan or Dake, the illusions?
Oh my God, it's them."
Mm-hmm.
Like she thinks that to herself, but it's somehow.
Well, I'll tell you, Gary's thinking that
you
too.
You guys
already.
can hear it. They can hear it in their minds.
We can read each other well enough.
Yeah, I don't think this.
I mean, but that's not the point. Like, yes, of course we can read each other, but just the fact that, like, with such a surge of, like, emotion and, like, fear, it's like, then that, like, sparked a...
Frankie was already suspecting something like that,
right.
I feel seeing that moment of, like, catalyzed, like...
Maybe Franny's a little more excited about this.
Well. I will say, you can be, like, excited and, like, that feel like a surge of, like, something, like, oh, man, but, like, it will not manifest in a power.
Okay.
I think Teddy just like points to just all of this is silently. Derry points to the Go-Gurt and like
Teddy
shakes his head. Teddy points to the Go-Gurt that Derry's holding and just shakes his head.
Yeah, and Derry's just like, if I can say like wide-eyed squinting at like the blood as if or where the blood was, as if to say, that's an illusion. Derry's on the same track there.
You all hear the door lock. And Carlos pulls a chair to the side and puts it in front of the handle of the door.
I throw the box of Go-Gurt at the nurse.
The good nurse.
I have one tube in my hand, but the rest is in the box.
When you do that, they both disappear.
I thought so. I fucking knew it.
And Carlos turns around.
Wait. They both... Oh, you meant the tube in the box.
The tube in the box,
I think the box in Carlos.
The tube in the box disappears.
Carlos disappears and turns
Carlos
around.
turns around and starts, like, morphing and, like, gooping in front of you and, like, turning into Marcus Fox.
Oh, fuck.
And then walks a little bit closer.
I'm hitting the nurse button, just so you know, since he's taking a little bit of time.
Okay.
This nurse button's going
Hitting the
boop,
nurse
boop, boop,
button.
boop, 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 boop.
Cool.
Which one are you?
It's me, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, isn't this pretty cool, huh? How we can do these things? I told you there were things that you didn't know, that you didn't understand. And now we're here. It was lucky that Rob found you. We didn't know you were here.
Just to be clear, we always understood and knew that you were monsters. That's actually not news to us. We knew that you were all powerful and used your powers for bad. The extent of those may have become more magical, but you have always been horrible villains who will do things bad.
Dare not to not present a unified front, but I feel like this is not the time to take the high road.
Sure.
What do you want?
I just want to make sure that we are on the same page here. I don't need to hurt any of you right now. But it's become a little clear to us that your dog may have been in the woods at one point. And maybe that you, Teddy, might also have something going on. Were you experimenting in the woods too? Okay. All right. Okay, cool. I was just coming in as an ambassador.
No, we're just listening. We're letting you do your whole talking thing.
I just want to. I'm just here. I'm here to have a conversation back and forth.
Oh.
That's what I want.
Okay. Can I have a turn in the conversation?
Of course.
Did you all hurt your parents?
If you're wondering about what happened last night, and Jordan, as Marcus starts like stepping forward, and I mean, like, I'm sure this goes without saying, but it is very jarring and disconcerting to see this voice, like hear this voice coming out of Marcus Fox. And he takes a step closer into the room. I bet you all thought you had stopped something, huh? We're like the super villains and you're the superheroes with your magic dog. Wow. Well, thanks for making it fun. But if you do want to get in our way again, we can do to you what you did to Pete. And we won't stop before we finish the job like you did.
So did you hurt your parents? Or?
Our parents hurt themselves.
Sure. You're bad at conversations and I hate you.
Are you working with the Crow?
Is that what you call it?
What do you call it?
The monster.
The monster? What? The big clay thing, lots of bones?
Lots of bones?
I made that. You know that?
Cool.
I unmade it too.
For now.
Do you know about the bat?
The bat?
Did you see the bat when you were doing your whole thing in the woods?
What?
Like near the treetops, like at the canopy?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
You want to roll charm for me?
Yes. So is it clear what Darius trying to do?
I do. It is clear to me what Darius trying to do. It is not clear to Jordan.
Cool.
It's not clear to Sam either.
Tell him.
This is protective for sure.
Absolutely. Sure.
Not a child, so 9.
9? Okay.
Mm-hmm. If I have adversity tokens I can spend if I need to.
No need.
Cool.
No need.
Cool.
You might have guessed this. Jordan isn't super smart.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan transforms again for a moment into a like person-sized version of the Crowlum.
Wow.
And starts moving towards you, Derry. What bat?
I guess that's just...
What did it do?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen much of it because we ran really fast.
Is it like the what did you call it? The monster, the Crowlum?
Yeah. In that it's from the woods and definitely not normal.
We didn't make the bat.
We didn't make the bat. Something might have. It did seem worse. And it could fly. So I guess just be careful.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah.
No, look.
No. Yeah, be careful. Don't
no,
worry.
I won't say the other thing.
Yeah, we can handle
That's
it.
fine. Okay.
Don't say the other
There
thing.
is a... Okay, all right.
Like what?
No.
Like what?
It's hungry.
Hey, Derry. And he changes one more time in front of you. And he turns into your grandfather. Do you think they found all of the places that were attacked last night? If we did it, I wonder who we wanted to hurt the most. And then he starts transforming back into Carlos, and a door opens, and 2 nurses come in that are not Carlos. And they say immediately, like, someone called us in? Like, what's going on?
Wait, I do want to say he put a chair under the door.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah,
wouldn't
so
be able
they're
to
like
get
they're
in.
yeah, that's right. They're pushing on the door, and they're like smacking on the window. And they're like, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on?" And like you can see through the window, the security like turn around, and Carlos Jordan Carlos just starts heading towards the door, and is like and like moves the chair and like opens it and is like, kids, and then starts leaving.
Who did Jordan walk into the room as?
Carlos.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Hey, Nurse Carlos.
Carlos Jordan will turn around.
I think we can do what you said and just make things easy for you. But not any of our parents, okay?
And then the other 2 nurses come in, and they look at Carlos for a second, and they're like, everything good? And Jordan is trying not to speak as much as possible, and just like nods and like walks out. Is there anything?
Derry will have one more question for him, but I want it to be in like a nice like dramatic moment.
Yeah,
He's about to leave, right?
Oh, he is leaving.
Cool.
He's passing by like the security guard now.
Dr. Carlos.
And he'll turn
Nurse
one
Carlos.
more time, Nurse Carlos.
What's your last name? Can someone look at this nurse?
And the other nurses are looking at Carlos and like are a little confused for a second.
Also, there's some blood on your arm earlier. Did you take care of that?
And he looks at his arm and then like smiles and is like, yeah, I cleaned it up. And then he like runs away. And the other nurses are like, what?
It's just a game we play with Nurse Carlos.
And they check and they're like, are you all good?
Yeah.
Like, is everything fine? Why'd you put a chair in the door?
That was Nurse Carlos. He does...
Oh.
Hold on, let me think about this. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Derry doesn't want Nurse Carlos to look bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
me.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Please
Can we get a couple wheelchairs in here?
Yeah.
I want to go see my dad's.
We can call your dad's in.
No, it's okay. I'd rather go to them.
Oh.
I've been in this room all day.
Well, you're kind of okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll check in with your parents and we'll see if they want to bring you home.
Cool.
Is that cool?
Is Baba Vahid here? Old man in the wheelchair.
No.
Looks like me, but an old man in the wheelchair.
No.
Okay. Are my parents here?
No. Like none of the Nazaris are here.
Okay. When you have a second, can I just get a hospital phone?
Oh sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And they exit.
We need to leave right now. We
I'm
have to go check on your parents.
Yeah, I forgot, Gertie, you have a phone, so I don't need to wait for them.
I forgot I had a phone
right
too.
now.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Call.
Sure, cool. I'm gonna
Even
call...
though I just texted her in.
Oh, yeah.
It's in your hand. Like I have a phone.
Yeah, this whole time I'm just like.
You're just sending gifts back and forth with Harini.
I'm gonna call my mom's cell.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, it's Derry.
Oh yeah. Hey, Derry.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
No, I can see on the call ID.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this
I'm okay.
it's not Gertie though. This is Derry.
Oh, good point.
Do you have Gertie's phone?
That's a good point. But I heard your voice immediately.
Yeah, plus,
and
I
I knew
mean,
you would be with Gertie.
Yeah. Are you two okay? Have you been seeing the news?
Are we? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is the house okay?
Yeah. No. The house is destroyed.
Really?
Yeah. No. The house is completely destroyed.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you and Dad? Where's Grandpa?
Yeah. Oh no. So there was a fire down at the. Oh, sorry you're hearing about all this like this. There was a fire down at the toy factory last night. It was a small thing, no big damage or anything. There was some teens smoking behind the warehouse, and it started a fire. So you're fine.
Who were they? I probably know them.
Just a couple of goth kids.
Fuck. Okay. Okay. Cool. Keep
All
going.
right. Well, cool. No. It was. I mean.
Sorry. Did I just cuss on the phone?
Hey, it's okay. There's a lot going on. Where are you currently? Are you you're just with the?
I'm at Dr. Pedestrian's house.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
I am.
No.
Oh.
That was also torn to pieces. I hope you're not there.
Is the family clinic not part of his house?
No, it's across. It's
okay.
like right across, or like behind his house. Or whatever.
Cool. No, I mean like the Dr. Pedest, like the house. I'm across from. I'm at the hospital.
What? You're at the hospital?
No, nobody called you?
No.
Your son got taken to the hospital and nobody called you.
Well, they tried. Okay, my phone's been like. I've been busy all night.
Sure,
we've been dealing
okay.
with like we had to talk like with insurance and stuff and to get the fire stuff covered. It didn't damage a whole lot, but the factory's probably going to be out of commission for a couple of weeks. So a lot of people in town are going to be. I mean, there's a lot of compensation that needs to happen, and hopefully insurance is going to help us pay the workers. But like no matter what, it's going to be fine. Your father though last night had to go out of town, so he'll be gone. He went to the main factory out west.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be there.
Okay. And he took Baba Vahid with him?
Baba Vahid. I don't know where he is. We had him with us. So he wasn't in the house when it got like destroyed or whatever. I mean, I think like a bear came in there because we looked around and it was like, yeah, it was bad.
Sure.
No, but Baba Vahid, I don't know where he went. Sometimes he just goes places. I don't know.
Okay.
Why do you think he's in trouble?
I do.
Okay.
The bullies are cut it back at their thing and Jordan specifically threatened him.
Threatened Baba Vahid?
Mm-hmm. I think they have something to do with everything that went down last night, and I can talk to you more about that later, but just look out for them and don't trust them, okay? Maybe talk to their parents, because I think their parents were targets too.
Wait, something to do with last night?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't think it was normal what happened, and I think the bullies are behind it. And you should know that too.
And you're at the hospital right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm coming over.
We might be leaving, but
okay.
I'll let you know if we do. I'll have Gertie text you.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well,
Nowhere's safe.
Stay safe. We're all okay.
Good.
We're all right. Nobody was in the house, just so you know. And as far as I know, Arthur wasn't in his house either when it got attacked. Like when the animals came through.
No, he was just drunk.
Wait, is he still drunk? Is he caring for you?
No, we have Nurse CJ.
Oh, Nurse CJ. Who's that?
He's new. You don't know him.
No. I don't know. I don't know him. CJ. You mean Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos.
Nobody calls him CJ, hon.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but we're allowed to. You
You're
can't.
allowed-
You
oh,
can't.
okay,
So
I
don't
won't.
tell anybody I told you, okay?
All right, okay. Okay. Well, you're in good hands. Carlos is wonderful.
He
And
has
has
good
lived in
hands.
this town for a long time, so.
Yeah.
He's a bald icon.
Okay.
Okay. Check in with Baba Vahid if you can, okay?
Okay.
Because I am worried.
And keep me updated.
Mhm.
I shouldn't come to the hospital right now to see my child who's in the hospital.
We're gonna try to get out of here as soon as we can. It's
Can
not
you
safe.
tell me what's wrong with you?
Broken ribs and my wrist is still broken.
Derry,
and even worse.
I'm
Look,
coming
it's not
to the
my fault.
hospital.
We're
I'm
gonna.
coming
Okay,
to-
you can come, but we're probably gonna be gone. The bullies are here. It's not safe.
The bullies are there?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of hospital is that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, are they injured?
I don't know. Some of them. It's a whole thing. We'll catch up, okay?
Okay, all right. I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
I love you.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she didn't pick up.
So I think you can gather your stuff. Like they come
Cool.
back in with wheelchairs. Your parents are they've determined that they can take you home. They just have to pick up some medicine and stuff. And,
Cool.
Painkillers and that kind of thing. Michael and James were in the waiting room, so they come in with a wheelchair and are ready to wheel you out.
Cool.
Hey, dads.
Oh yeah, kiddo, what's up?
I need to. Can I stop by one other room on the way?
On
Hey.
the way.
Hey, Gertie.
On the way.
Can I have your help with something?
Sure. I'm just gonna be a little slow. Oh wait, we're both in wheelchairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's in wheelchairs?
I
well,
imagine
you
everyone
definitely
but
have to.
I
be.
am. I have to. Be,
Oh,
yeah.
so you have a broken leg, so
I probably.
mean, unless I'm
you
in-
can either have wheelchairs
crutches.
or crutches.
Maybe.
They'd probably want to just push you out in a wheelchair. They'd probably give you
Yeah.
crutches, and you'll
Okay.
just
Okay.
I feel like because if walking is hard for me just because of the
yeah.
pressure on my core, it seems like I feel like a wheelchair is gonna be crutches won't help with that.
Yeah. No,
So-
you super shouldn't be using
Yeah.
crutches. Yeah. Because those will press right into your ribs.
Cool. So I'm in a wheelchair as well,
Okay.
And Frankie.
and Frankie's
Frankie's
pushing
fine.
Unscathed.
me. Actually, Frankie shouldn't push me.
Let's go.
No.
Will you push me, Gertie? No, you're also in a wheelchair. How are we both getting to where we need to go without
each other.
I mean,
Pushing
ourselves?
I could.
You can-
Oh.
You can wheel
Wheelchair.
yourself.
I
Your
can
arms
wheel
are fine.
myself.
Well, you can wheel yourselves, or and
Just look at
Declan
the
and
shoulder.
Harini poke around, and they're like,
Oh, duh.
hey,
Harini.
hi, and
I didn't know you
and-
guys were coming.
And her, well, actually, we've been here all night. And Harini's like, oh yes, they have wonderful facilities here. I just, I mean, did you know they have 13 vending machines in this building? It's a super small building.
Gertie's
So I don't know
holding
why
out
they-
her arms.
Declan,
kind
Declan and Harini will come over and do a group hug with you. Yeah, well, we can.
And Gertie's not letting go
Okay.
for a little while.
We can.
Frankie's gonna lop onto the Harini side.
We can push you just fine. I mean, we could. And Declan looks up at Michael and James and is like, we could take it from here. Don't worry. And Michael and James are like, no.
It's fine, Dads.
Oh.
It's okay.
Plus, as
Well-
my dad's too, one of you will have to push me.
Hey.
Okay.
Frankie and Derry, we'll meet you guys outside. Are we still going to the Crystal Ball?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, but let's not say that so loud, maybe.
Are we still going to the Crystal Ball?
You already said it once, but yes, we are.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hang on.
Wait, how many times did I say it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just don't say it anymore.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick for an ordinary. Give me 20 minutes to poop. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Okay.
And Marcus is there, and he's like, that's my boy. And Phoebe is not there. Just so you know. But Marcus is there. And Marcus
Cool.
will come over. Before you leave, he'll get in contact with both of the Fox kids. Well, probably all 4 of you. Just
Yeah.
like,
Okay, actually, wait. Before we all split up,
Yeah.
Teddy is gonna get everyone together, including Harini and Declan,
okay.
and be like, we need a. I mean, they can change. This is quietly. They can change shape. We need something that verifies that we're all who we're all.
Yeah.
So
we need like a
what's our?
super
Wait,
secret
hang on,
code
hang on.
or-
We need a code.
Do we all know the rules for act safety?
This is an axe.
I know the first rule.
Everyone knows the first rule. We're gonna go with, what is it? Rule number 3. I forgot.
don't remember
I don't
that
remember
one.
any of the rules. Dad,
All
We'll,
right.
we'll
so-
do. Everybody knows Dad's middle name, right?
No,
It's Ian.
Ian.
Ian, like the letter? I'm kidding. I'm making fun of you.
oh, like the letter N.
yeah, you know, like Ian.
Yeah.
It's short for
Ian.
nay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my middle name. Yeah,
So-
we all know my name.
So is Ian the word?
Well,
Yeah.
we just say, what's Papa Fox's middle?
I worry about that
Wait,
because
wait,
there's a
wait.
chance they could know it
Okay,
too.
wait. I've been doing some work for a student at the school.
You've been working for a student?
Yeah, no, I'm a rat.
What?
Izawa
No,
Yuri, I'm a rat.
Declan, you don't need to say things like that about yourself.
No,
You're
no, no,
great.
it's
Look, I know we're like your
No,
first like
wait,
solid
wait,
friends,
wait.
but
No, I'm a rat.
Dale,
it's
Declan,
good. No,
you're
it's
not.
a good thing.
No,
It's a good thing.
listen,
It's a good thing.
you are wonderful.
Derry,
You're
let
so
him
smart.
talk.
I'm a rat. I'm someone who helps people. Like, I have this like super awesome like purpose at school, like for helping people that isn't schoolwork, and it's like not one of my extracurriculars that I have so many of. I get to like, Izawa gives me bags that have like medications and stuff in them, or that other students need, and then I give it to them. And they pay us back like however they can. Like sometimes it's money, and sometimes it's just like favors, and sometimes it's like just like a thank you card or
Yeah.
that kind of a thing.
That's
We
a
saw
long
that.
code word.
Well, no. Okay, so I've been learning. All right, so a little bit of American Sign Language. I did help and teacher. So like we could maybe help would be
Help.
Can we do
This?
one that's...
This?
What if we just...
help.
Help.
I think it should be something subtle, that it's not obvious that we're signaling if we know. Because then if the person is Jordan, then they can tell that we have a code. So if we do that once, then that. I think we should do it. We can make that symbol, we can just do help, but we just do it right by our hand, and we just stick that thumb up right by our waistline.
Oh yeah, that's
So that way,
Just,
we
just a thumb up and like a slight
close
like, push
fist,
forward.
thumb up, and that's
Yeah.
our sign. And you just have it sticking out for a moment until you get that and you see it.
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
Cool.
So, if we need to verify who we all are, we'll do that, right?
Mm-hmm. And if
Okay.
you see someone do it, you have to do it too, or else you're a clone and you must die.
Well,
Die, Teddy. Die.
Clones have rights,
And then
but
Harini will lean in and be like,
Jerry's right.
I am a little curious. How are we sure that one of us isn't a clone right now? And learning the information.
Fuck.
I mean, because like I've been with Declan the whole time.
You know what, Harini? That's a really good point. How do we know you're not?
But I
I'm
feel
kidding.
actually
I'm-
her
I'm
bringing
dumb.
that up would officially make her not.
Well, that
Unless-
might also be a good way to get you off of my scent if I was. perhaps,
Harini,
like,
do you have your phone with you?
I do have my phone. with me.
Can you show us the text that Gertie's been sending?
I don't know. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. And Harini will pull out her phone and like
Cool.
show you.
You
like,
understand this is for science. I mean,
It's
it's
for
just-
science.
It's so that we
It's
can
for
be
sci-
sure that you're who you say you are. Declan, you two need to see your text with Gertie also.
Yes, yeah.
Wait, why do we bother creating like a code word if we can just
Like, there's way more
they can
texts
only
with
change
Harini than
shape.
there
They
are
won't
with
like
Declan.
we as long as we
Oh, wait,
keep
yeah,
as long
voices.
as we keep like an item on our person that signifies, hey, only I have this, then
Well, but
they
what
can't
if they
recreate
kill us
that.
and take it?
That's
Oh wait, that's a good backup though. Everybody, Declan, please.
I could die? What? Why? Okay, hold on. Now wait a minute. What if they kill us and take it? What if they kill us and take it? I'm in too deep. Yeah,
Declan,
It's only getting deeper.
Declan, you're a rat now.
I thought you realized this last night.
I've been so deep. I passed out for most of last night. I don't know.
You?
Are they gonna kill me?
No.
Gertie takes
Probably
Declan's
not.
hand.
Harini also takes Declan's hand.
I take Harini's other hand.
You take Harini's other hand.
I take Derry's hand.
Yeah, it's like a little bit mocking. It's like,
One of the parents comes over. It's Michael. He's like, "Hey, I know you're doing your aside thing right now, but are we getting to a place?"
Yeah.
Where...
So, Gertie, can we make that stop?
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Michael will look at Teddy for a moment and just be like,
I'll be right out.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You're fine. I mean like capital, like royal. Like, how are you doing?
What?
I mean, after everything.
Oh, well, I mean,
how are you processing?
I'm dead. It doesn't really change anything.
All right. You are handling this better than I am, so I think we're okay.
I handle most things better than you, Dad.
Well, not a thriving YouTube channel, so 93,000.
I don't know.
Is it still going up?
Oh, it's still going up.
Okay.
And Michael just like steps away.
Okay.
And Declan will take Teddy's wheelchair, and Harini will take Gertie's wheelchair, and get ready to start pushing.
Cool.
Okay.
Once given a direction.
James is holding the handles of my wheelchair, of course.
Yes, of course.
If Derry and Frankie want to do a scene real quick, I have a specific scene that I want to do in the hospital.
Okay.
But
Cool. Frankie is, unless you have one, Frankie's gonna sneak off
gonna sneak off
to
to the
use the
bathroom?
restroom.
I
And
think-
only the restroom, and nothing but the restroom.
I just want a quick scene with James. Just
Sure.
like I want to take a lap around the hospital, do some recon, and just have a very brief conversation with James.
Frankie is using the restroom.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Wow, you set that up 20 minutes ago. How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hey, James.
Do.
James.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Do you know Marcus's middle name?
Ian.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
How are you doing
After
after all that?
I'm a little hungover, but
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I don't like to talk about it too much because all you kids are going through a lot more than I am. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a real doozy of a few months.
It's been a doozy of a
Yeah.
months, you know.
I don't even think we've caught you up on everything. We've almost died like so many times.
Oh wow, that makes me
Yeah.
feel like a bad parent.
No, I mean honestly, you're doing your look. Here's the thing: your kid did die, and then you brought him back. Like most parents couldn't even do that. So like,
All right.
you're doing great.
Well, let's for sure keep that a little bit quieter when we talk about
Sorry.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
No, no worries.
Honestly, if I can be candid, it's getting to a point where it's hard to remember what's weird and what's not.
You know how old Teddy is?
Not really. Not so sure anymore.
Well, all I'm trying to say is I know that feeling for the past 13 years.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know what's weird and what isn't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything else like magical or creepy happen between then and now?
Magical or creepy happened between, you mean 13 years ago and right now?
Yeah, because I mean there was that thing, and then no.
Not really.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the most magical and creepy things that have been happening like that I've been noticing is just the last night, I guess.
Which that's not what people think it is, right?
Oh, people don't think it's magical and creepy? Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
I mean, unless the rest of Bald somehow knows about, everything going on in the woods, and everybody thinks that nobody else knows what's going on, and they don't know how to tell people and have them believe it, so, everybody in Bald knows the same thing, but nobody's talking about it. I mean,
You realize I think that's exactly what's happening now, right?
no. You mean,
Yeah, I think that's fine to cut that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So you two, where are you going?
Hey, Declan and Harini, we gotta make a stop at Little Pete's room. While they're pushing, Teddy's gonna lean over to Gertie. There's almost definitely gonna be some security at this door. Can you get me in?
I can try.
Okay.
Okay, so you get to like the hallway. You turn down the hallway where they're holding Little Pete, and yes, there's like a private security at the door. But there doesn't seem to be anybody else.
You want me to create a diversion?
Maybe just keep watch.
Okay. Can you let me know what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna finish shit. I can't let you guys be in danger anymore. It's not fair. And Little Pete's the worst of them. Gertie. He was supposed to die last night.
Okay. I'll keep watch.
Thank you. Declan, Harini, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna go in this room. This is, one of my other friends got hurt.
With Little Pete, right?
Yeah, it's Little Pete.
I think.
We were there.
Can Gertie give them a look? Just like.
Yeah. Roll charm for me.
19.
Okay. Yeah, Harini and Declan will like just kind of nervously nod, and Declan is like pushing you forward.
I think Teddy asks Declan to let go as soon as he's sort of like in the door,
Cool.
and then is pushing himself.
Well, the security is there.
Oh, they are there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I don't know what you want to do about that.
Ow! Security guard! My arm's turning black and blue. Can you come look at it real quick? You're the only adult here.
Roll charm.
Please come kiss it with your gun.
Can I do it again? Look, this was in the
Hit
way!
the cable.
Hit the cable, William.
Come on, let me hit the cable.
If
Come on,
it was
William,
in
hit the
If
cable.
it was in a tray, and it hit the corner of the tray.
It would bounce
Okay.
off. It can't bounce off a cable.
Wait.
I got a 5.
You got a 5? Okay.
Harini and Declan have both just been convinced to help Gertie in this.
Yeah. Let's here. You know what? I will do a roll for this. So you got a 5, and I'll say you have a 6 and a 7 from Declan and Harini. So you're at a 7.
Can I use 3 adversity tokens?
I'll let you know if you need to.
Okay.
The security guard comes over and is like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?"
Well,
oh,
I
you
pulled
poor thing."
all my stuff out earlier.
Oh, good.
Can-
Oh
can-
no,
well,
you
can
pulled
you-
all of it out.
Yeah, can
You
you
want to roll
take...
flight?
Yep.
Okay.
Is BB with you?
Tell me what it was. What?
Ah!
32.
In this commotion, I'll say because you probably look over to Ted to be like a get out of here kind of thing, and Declan and Harini are playing up the fact that you're very hurt, and the security guard's like, "Oh my gosh, oh no, I love working at a hospital because I like to help people."
Is this security guard Seinfeld?
I know. If that's what you think Seinfeld sounds like, yeah. I think you've just outed yourself as never seeing an episode of Seinfeld.
Jerry.
Oh no! It's
Not Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerome Seinfeld.
But anyway.
The popular Seinfeld comedian that lives in Bald. Jerome Seinfeld.
And it's Seinfeld with a C.
And it's CIGN.
Gertie, you see Teddy, like you give a nod and you start moving towards, in your wheelchair. You see him just disappear. Like, gone. The wheelchair's still there.
Like he does.
He is gone.
Whoa.
And Teddy, you are stumbling as you come to in the room right next to Little Pete's bed. Roll grit for me.
Hey, so now seems like a pretty good time. I feel like you may have picked up, but when I say bathroom, Frankie was sneaking off to Little Pete's room.
Oh.
So I picture this...
Frankie is definitely there, too.
Yeah.
Through the air vents, tilting the camera away so it wouldn't be pointed off. So if you walk in the door, you immediately see Frankie just like hand on the camera being like...
Oh, I didn't walk in the door.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Did you walk in through the air vent? Because you stumbled into my butt.
No, if
space.
you were in the room, you would have seen suddenly Teddy appear in the room.
Wait, you didn't roll 2d4 though for teleportation.
Seems different.
I rolled a 5
he died,
grit.
so his rules are different.
5 grit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you, mark adversity, you collapse backwards and you fall in a chair, like, a little bit away from the bed.
Hey, Frankie.
Hey, Teddy.
Mind helping me?
Yeah.
So Teddy's leaning on Frankie. Will you take me to the bed?
Are we pulling the plug?
Teddy is not going to pull the plug because that is obvious.
Sure.
Teddy is, if Frankie is helping him to the bed.
I came here to pull the plug.
I have another idea. Is Frankie helping Teddy to the bed?
Yeah.
They get to the bed, and Teddy's going to reach out and put his hand on Little Pete's chest and roll a d20.
Okay.
5.
5. Can you tell me what you were trying to do?
I was trying to stop his heart.
Interesting.
So tell us more about how you use Tangent Mendia to make our problems worse.
Actually, what's your die for fight?
D4.
Roll that for me.
2.
Okay.
+1.
Plus,
it doesn't matter.
+1.
So, you don't feel anything. Well, you feel Pete's chest.
I thought that would work.
And then both of you see across the other side of the bed is Little Pete standing there, looking at you.
Hey, Pete.
And he starts to move his lips, but you don't hear anything come out.
Serves you about right.
And he looks down at Frankie. And raises both of his eyebrows. And then gestures across his body as he steps back and positions himself in a chair on the other side, crosses his legs, and looks at you.
Well, option number 2. And Teddy's going to pull the plug.
Frankie's gonna jam a chair underneath the door.
Roll. Probably a flight. I was going to give you some options, but I know you're going to use flight.
9.
9?
It's very fitting to me that that Teddy got into this situation very easily and is having trouble getting out of it.
Classic dramatic structure.
You go to pull the plug and you can't see. And you are reaching, but you can't like grasp where it is. But you can still feel Frankie on your arm. And you can still hear the sounds of this hospital room.
And probably Gertie still talking to the security guard outside.
Mm-hmm. Can you both roll grit for me?
One.
That's my gritty boy.
15.
You feel like a breath on the sides of both of your cheeks that Frankie, it whispers something that you can't quite make out. But Teddy, you hear this. And it brings you back to your dream you had last night. And you can clearly hear little Pete say goodbye to your friends. And Frankie, you look around the room, and suddenly Teddy and little Pete are no longer there.
The body of little Pete, too?
The body of little Pete.
Oh, well, so much for smothering the son of a bitch.
The security guard outside finishes up with you.
I'm climbing up the air vent.
Thank you so much for the ass pack. Gertie's like nervously looking towards, the door because she doesn't know how she can stall much longer.
Yeah. He starts moving back to his position.
One more thing maybe. Can you go, do you know where my parents are? They stout, beautiful woman, and
I'm sorry, I really have to stay here at my post. There's not much else I can do about it.
Wait though, actually.
I'm sorry. I should get back to the door. I mean, you can come over here and talk to me in front of the door. I mean, that would be kind of nice. It is a little boring over here.
I just do you know who's in that room that you're guarding?
I do.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
So why does this patient need a special security guard?
Well, apparently there are some other. There's some stuff going on. I don't know. They're just worried. So it's my job to make sure nobody gets in there, and I think I'm doing a real good job. All right. Okay. Off I go back to my post.
Okay, but first.
You want to roll a charm for me?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
13.
13.
Going on 14.
He stops for just a moment more.
Can I just peek in real quick? And Gertie just goes to the window and she looks in and she just sees Frankie.
Climbing
into the
van.
van.
You
You
see
see Frankie's
okay.
lower half, yeah.
She turns
see
around
Frankie
and she's
butt.
like, "Oh my God! It looks like he's been impaled."
Oh, what? And the security guard runs over and
wait.
scoots you out of the way.
Shoot, because he's not there anymore. Wait.
No, that's great though.
And looks like immediately opens the door and sees no one.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera in the corner of the room is pushed off to the side so that you can't see. And he looks at you for a moment. And he's completely shocked and I'm gonna lose my job.
Poor Jerome Seinfeld.
I lost a boy. I lost a boy. And pulls out a walkie, or the walkie on the shoulder, and is I lost a boy.
714, I lost a boy.
Yeah, 714, I lost a boy.
This is Jerome Seinfeld. I lost a boy.
Jerome Seinfeld, here I lost a boy. And Declan and Harini run over and look in the room that's now open, and they see that there's nobody in there, and they look at you, Gertie, as Jerome Seinfeld is going, I lost a boy. The boy's gone. And they look to you and they're like. And okay, Declan's fine.
but I'm passing out.
Yeah. In fact, Declan's Mr. Security Guard, and
Mr. Seinfeld.
He turns and Declan gestures to have him lean down, and the security guard comes down and Declan grabs him by the collar. He's you lost a boy. You lost a boy. You have to do something. You're an adult. And Jerome Seinfeld's I do. I have to. And he lifts up Declan for a second. He's no, wait. And sets him back down. And then and starts running down the hallway. I lost a boy. My boy's been lost.
I just want to say, as he's running down, we just see James running Derry down a hallway as Derry yells, I'm a child in a wheelchair!
I'm a child! Gertie, what do you do? And then Harini says, Gertie, what do we do? And then Declan turns and is Gertie, what do we do?
Okay, well, first off, we get out of here.
Oh my gosh! And Declan throws a D20 at you.
I imagine the vent that empties into that hallway just slams open and Frank just pokes his head out.
Where's BB?
Left originally at Teddy's bedside. I'm gonna say probably Derry's left.
I feel probably Derry has.
You're the only one who wasn't planning murder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that. James, I have an idea. James, what's your middle name?
Okay, so Frankie's with me, Declan and Harini. Where
and
you're
just off somewhere else. Okay, so it's
I'm running on hallways.
Okay, well, the next time you come around, can I grab you?
Sure. I'm a child in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And also James is there.
Mm-hmm.
James.
Because James has been pushing.
And where's Mama and Papa Fox?
They're not. They're waiting in the waiting room because you all said you were gonna go do something.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just I'll herd them towards the waiting room, and as we're going, I'm saying,
where's Teddy?
I don't know, but I think we just need to follow through with this plan. We have to go to Tiresias's right now.
Well, not without Teddy. Where did he go?
Derry, I don't know.
Where did you two go? What did you do?
Hey kiddos, I'm hearing a little thing about my son being missing.
Yeah.
Is that what the security guard was yelling about, losing a boy?
Yes.
What were you doing?
Well, no.
What happened?
Yeah. What?
Lil Pete did something. They both vanished.
Why did you go to Little Pete alone?
He didn't. He had me and Declan and Harini.
Without everyone. Why did? It's not a good idea to do that at all.
Well,
and this is all still happening while we're walking to the waiting room.
Yeah. Gertie, that was a really bad idea.
Well,
it's a really bad idea.
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20. I just need all of us to get to Tiresias's right now. I don't know where Teddy is, but I think now we just need help. I don't know. We had a plan and we have to follow through with the plan, and it was Teddy's plan. So maybe if we follow through with Teddy's plan, Teddy will come back somehow. I don't know.
We just have to trust Teddy.
I mean, he is our superhero.
We reach Mom and Papa
Yeah.
Fox, James, everybody. Okay, let's split up into cars and vans. Who's coming with us? Who's going with James? We're all going to Tiresias's right now.
And James will fill Michael in on what's going on and like kind of the state of their child. But like they trust that y'all know how to handle this, and yeah, everybody splits off. Your mom does arrive.
Okay. Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes, so yeah.
And like comes in and like grabs you and kisses your face a whole
Careful,
bunch.
careful.
And it's
Broken
like
ribs.
is looking over your body and is like, oh
Yeah, it's bad.
no.
It's really bad.
And on your way out, Carlos gives all of you each one more Go-Gurt. And you see the dry blood on the back of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe even one of you is like, you should probably clean that up.
I actually, so I pass him something that everyone who is in on our thing will get at some point, but I hand him a clothespin that has a yellow dot on it from my yellow Sharpie, and I just like get in close and I'm like, hey, Nurse CJ, keep this on you always and don't tell anyone, okay?
Oh.
Don't lose it.
Yeah,
Don't tell anyone, okay?
Yeah, no, I can do that just fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Keep it on me. Like, you want me to clip it to myself?
No. Just
right.
close. Keep it close.
I'll keep it close.
Okay. It's a
Pen.
secret.
I'll keep it close.
It's a secret. I'm gonna ask about it later.
Okay. Cool. Well, it was good to see you again, Derry.
Yeah, you too.
Gertie, Frankie.
He already left.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. All right. Well, actually, here, Frankie. How about you have Teddy's Go-Gurt? Could you hand it off to him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Well, bye, everyone. I hope I don't have to see you back here anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise.
Careful.
Okay. You be careful, too. And Carlos goes back to,
Cool.
like, the back room or whatever. So you all pile in vehicles, and you head towards the Crystal Ball.
Everyone has a clothespin now of this group. If we've like confirmed that everyone here is not one of
Oh,
us.
I see what you're doing.
That's the idea. This is a secondary identification that we can use for people. So can we say that we've safely assessed that the people we're with seem to be on the level? Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. So everyone who's involved in this interaction has a clothespin. What do you got?
Is there anyone who isn't Teddy wants to do right now before I move on?
Oh my god, did the vet ever come for BB at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think I linked with the vet showed up like right as you were leaving.
Come with us. No.
Yeah.
I just, is there any update on BB?
She fucked.
No. The vet like doesn't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
So it's like
They would need like time to actually look at her.
Yeah.
Can I maybe just, while I'm rolling around with her, roll a brains plus love dogs to see if she's like stabilizing at least? Like if she's getting better?
Yes.
Okay.
You can do that.
That is a 19. Plus BB's my friend, so 22.
You're being protected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, BB's an
Quick, James, tell me
adult
not
dog.
to.
Yeah, and is saying, don't do it.
Don't
Let me die.
With a 19,
Yeah. Yeah.
BB is not getting better.
Okay. Is she getting worse?
No.
Okay. So I will communicate that she doesn't seem to be getting better, and we'll need to get her attention if we want to.
Like, is there, Frankie, you want to use intuitive?
You want to give me an adversity token?
I'll give you 3.
Oh, you can't.
Why not?
No. It has to be one of Frankie's adversity tokens.
Also, it costs 2, doesn't it, to do intuitive?
Intuitive is 1. Lucky is 2, though.
Okay.
You don't have any?
No, I'm just too good at everything I do.
That's fine. Well, look,
I can't help it. I'm a prodigal son.
She's not getting worse, and she's still breathing, and her heart's beating as much as it ever was. So, I mean, not as much as it ever was, but if it ever was, it is now.
I'm a feeder Teddy's yogurt.
She can't wake up enough to eat it.
Look.
Are you baby birding the Go-Gurt into
Are you
her
baby
mouth?
birding the Go-Gurt?
I'll help. I'll
Wait.
open
Are you
her
baby
jaws.
birding the Go-Gurt into her mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me something. With plus loves dogs.
Cool.
And I would like to help with it since I'm operating the jaw.
I'm going to call this a brains.
So I'm going to spend adversity to give a +1.
Sweet. That's a loves dogs. I'm at +3 plus your +1's 14. No, 13.
13.
13.
At first, it doesn't seem like it's getting anywhere, and after you do this like 3 or 4 times, you just like you're going back for the go-gurt to get it, and you hear a gulp, and you look back and you see BB's throat move.
Massage her throat. Massage it gently, gently.
So you all, you're all on your way to the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm. Here, we should probably have her now.
Teddy. This is like your second home now. You are in the place that you were in when you were pulled here by a Subway sandwich.
With the hands?
With the hands. And you are there across from Little Pete. And the hands start moving up and grabbing your ankles.
Teddy's not gonna move. He looks at little Pete and says, "So what happens now, Pete?"
We wait.
Okay.
Okay. I don't suppose you've made it to this part, have you?
Yeah, I've been here before.
So you've been here. Is that how you got your powers?
I'd prefer if we waited in silence, Pete.
Okay. But have you been to the next part? And when he says that, the frequency below his voice is there.
The next part.
Yeah. Cause that's where I took everyone else. Are you excited? Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. You wanted to do this in silence. And the hands pull you down, and you and little Pete fall beneath the shadow place.
Can I drink somebody's water for a spit take?
And next time on Hijinks and Handlebars...
Go for it! Don't really spit, no!
Don't spit. Yeah, we will not resolve that.
Well, spoilers, maybe we will.
No.
We won't.
I could do it.
It won't be resolved.
I'll figure it out. I'll resolve it.
Great, yeah, you will. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for watching another episode of Hijinks and Handlebars, an actual play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream with QueueTimes.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Yeah. So
end of arc 3. What a big one it was.
Short arc,
yeah.
Really. I'm impressed, William. I'm amazed that you fit so much content into one episode, like a whole arc in one episode.
Yeah, really, I do what I can.
Yeah.
So again, if you're watching live, we'll be going and checking out the chat afterwards. So if there's anything you want us to see, we will see it. So thank you very much. If you are watching these on the VODs, the videos on demand on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, that's cool too. If you leave a comment, I look for those as well.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome.
Come say hello.
Again, if this is your first time watching an episode and you enjoyed it, then go and check out the rest of the episodes that we have on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. It's in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. You can also find that playlist by typing in bit.ly/handlestream with a capital H and a capital S. So next week we'll be continuing the story. We are like fully like moving forward with Arc 3 now. So that's what we'll be doing for the foreseeable future. Sam will not be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I'm
I'll
gonna
be playing
be.
Teddy.
Yeah, because
You could at this point.
Sam won't be here because I've placed him in the Undershadow place. And,
Yeah, that's where I'll be for the next 2 weeks.
That's where
The
Teddy will
under,
be.
like it's
Yeah.
like an Underdark kind of thing.
It's a shadow
I like
place.
Undershadow.
Undershadow's pretty good.
Yeah, Undershadow sounds really...
I'm a method actor, so I've decided to do some work in the Undershadow. Just to really get inside Teddy's head and make sure that I can play that character correctly.
Contra Shade.
The trick is to spend some time suspended in an alternate dimension.
Right,
But
yeah.
you can't lose yourself. You always have to stay in touch with why you had suspended yourself in an alternate dimension in the first place.
For the
Well,
power.
I am going to Middle Earth.
For the power.
It's true.
So-
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much. In the meantime, share this with your friends and everybody. Chat with us about it. We love to hear what y'all have to say. We want to know how you felt about the episode. Tweet about us on Twitter. Do that kind of thing. You can follow Hijinks and Handlebars has a Twitter and an Instagram. It's at HandleStream for both of them. I don't run either of them, but I do see everything that they post and interact with. So. That's a great way of getting hold of us and seeing what our schedule is like and our posting schedule. We do every Tuesday nights, 6:30 p.m. PDT. So join us next week and the week after that. Get other people involved so we can theorize and talk and do things like that. Who is Little Pete? What is the Shadow Place?
We have a whole new set of theorizing things now.
Yeah. There's a lot happening in this episode. It's really awesome. Okay, cool. Other than that, tomorrow, QueueTimes is also doing another stream at 6:30 p.m. PDT, and that is going to be Starfinder. That's a continuing campaign. We've done 2 other sessions, a 0 session and a session 1, so this will be session 2. It is Dawn of Flame. That's their new module that we're playtesting, so if you're into that at all, we really get into the nitty-gritty of some of the mechanics and stuff. Krug is GMing that, and is very well versed in Starfinder. So if you have been interested in playing that system, you're like, I don't know how anything works, then watch me play and see all the questions that I have and be like, oh, those are the same questions that I have, and Krug is answering them. That's great. So tune in for that. We have 3 more sessions, I think, of that. Because we're on 5 total weeks. Yeah, and that's on Wednesdays. And then on Sundays, the Uncommon Trust does streaming at noon. And so check that out. They have been doing a bunch of wonders and tours, where they switch off GMing and doing short stories like that. It's been really awesome. So check that out. Okay, that should be it. Share the show, watch the show, enjoy the show. I love you all. I know I'm British. But I've been William, the GM of Hijinks and Handlebars, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite.
I have been Jonas Newhouse. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse, where I occasionally tweet about playing the very cool 13-year-old Dari Nazari. You can also find me, as William mentioned, on the Starfinder stream for the next few Wednesdays, including tomorrow, at the same time slot. And honestly, just tweet at me, do that.
It's true.
I've been Sam Richardson playing Teddy Tedward Tank Thompson. You can't find me on Twitter at LAGGARDSON, that's Laggardson, or you can find more of me in a playlist called Monster of the Week on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, where I DM a Monster of the Week campaign.
I will always be Franny, playing Gertie Fox. You can find me on Instagram at just_Franny, and I'm realizing that my account is private. But if you, and I guess I could set it back to...
So I'm just on it.
I might set it back to public, but also if I check you out and you're not a robot and, all that jazz, I will accept.
And know that jazz. Spencer the Bell, you can find me on Instagram at Splubble, SPLUBBLE. And if we didn't say it again, Twitter and Instagram for the Hijinks and Handlebars related content. A little bit of also, cross from QueueTimes, at least on the Instagram. At HandleStream, HANDLESTREAM.
Okay.
See you in 3 weeks.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.